We lit. What's good? What's good? Right, I think we're ready, guys. Hello and welcome. Making sure my mic is working. Mic check. Oh, we good. We good. All right. So we're about to get into a live breakdown of a lot of footage, probably hours worth of footage for Rise of the Ronin. I'm going to be giving you guys the best breakdowns and answering questions throughout the stream. So feel free to jump on board and enjoy it with me. I'm going to take the first couple minutes to make sure that the YouTube link is set up, and I'm streaming on Twitch and all the other platforms. I want to make sure that's good. So come and say hello to start off. If you're watching this later, drop some questions and thoughts you have ahead of time. I'll probably answer them during the stream, but I would love to just get into it with everybody as we go. So this is a live stream, so nothing's rehearsed. There's a lot of edited footage. I have my handy helper Jay to bless me with tons of content, and we're loaded up, pretty much ready for you guys, and should be good. Never before seen footage. Right now we're starting off with the trailer footage. I broke down clips and different things that I've made. And then we're going to get into the good stuff, guys, the good stuff. So stick around. Hope you are enjoying it. Should be a fun ride. We just want to vibe today, so come vibe with us if you're here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you, man. I see you. Know that you're appreciated. I'm going to be addressing you guys in a minute. As a matter of fact, let me go on YouTube at least and leave something in the chat real quick. But if you're on Facebook and other platforms, say hello as well. I'm going to be headed over there as well. Just want to let y'all know I'm active out here, you know? So rock with me, rock with me. All right, we're almost done. Finished the YouTube video, so it's as a thumbnail. We can make it happen right now, and a lot of work in here, guys, but we got some good stuff. First of all the news is out about this game, and there's a bunch of different takes, and I want to give you guys all of those resources, not just one perspective, and then also share some of mine and give you guys where I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. Then I would like to hear what you guys got as far as your opinions, your thoughts. Listen, there's no wrong answers here. Honestly, okay, either way you look at it. You know, everybody has an opinion. And so today's a pretty cool day because we got a lot of previews, a lot of different people's thoughts, and then share yours. I can tell you this, you know, this is Team Ninja's game. You know it is from the combat, and the fact that they have a story. It's intriguing, and we're going to break down all of the new features. There's really, I'm talking some serious good stuff that I know for sure is happening, and we're going to talk about it. Things like co-op. You guys got questions, I got answers, and all of that good stuff. So lock in. I'm almost done. I got Facebook done. I got Twitter done. I want to make sure all the platforms are functioning. Yeah, everything's locked in. Let me go to Twitter very quickly and post. And then we're going to go ahead and start breaking this down. I'm going to give y'all a quick sneak peek of a lot of information to start off. Everybody's watching on all the platforms. We're going to do it right now. This is what you've been watching now to start off was so that I can edit, but we're going to go right into some actual footage. So here we go. Okay. This is live footage for you guys. and we're going to discuss what you're watching and then also just break it down and take our time. I am going to turn my camera on, and we are going to have some talks, folks. There we go. Hello, welcome. So there's a lot to talk about with the footage you're going to be seeing here. And I want to just slow it down. Okay. Start off with these two characters. Okay. You're going to create two characters to start the game. That's all you need to know. All right. Very important just to start off with. We're going to pause it a bunch, but hopefully this is going to be helpful information, answering questions as we go. This is the black ship, the famous black ship. As you can see right here, we're getting the keys to get going. Remember, in this game, you're able to swap between characters. If you have a companion with you, you can swap and do combinations and do different attacks. So, and also you have to pick a protagonist who you're going to be playing with. And as you can see, Team Ninja, a bunch of chess. That is always something that they add into their games. So pretty much loot is back. And we're going to take a moment to look at this stuff and get into it. There's two primary weapons you can use at any time. First of all, there's a lot of weapons, but you can equip two at the same time and swap back and forth between them at any time during your combinations and create something amazing, something with good synergy and exciting aspects. All right. So remember that, and you're watching early on. You don't get every single thing unlocked at the start of the game, and all the footage is literally the beginning hours of the game. So you're not getting end game content, and anybody's opinion about this game, they haven't played and seen the potential of it. They only got a couple hours in, just to be clear. All right. What is that noise? Oh. Oh. Sorry. That was something weird. Hold on, let me put this down here. So that's key to know. Apologies. My sound just randomly turned on for a video in the background, and I was like, what is that? But okay, so that's important to understand. And I don't know where to put my camera at, guys. We're gonna put it up there for now. So let's keep going. And as you can see, each weapon, proficiency on it, you have to upgrade these things and take them to the next level. And I want to stay there for a second because this is going to be a game of an RPG with a lot of loot. I wouldn't call it a looter game, but loot is always in it. And there's different levels to the equipment, different proficiency. So just know that. All right. And we've seen some of this footage before. We're going to go deeper into it actually with the game and show you guys some good stuff as we go forward. What's going on, Whiskey? I see you, B. All right, so checking the combat out, we want to talk about what you're doing here when it comes to combat. All right, as I was telling you guys, there's a counter spark system. It's basically its own button on triangle on the PlayStation, and it basically allows you to destroy enemies. So instead of having to break their shield completely, you can basically stun them. And then on top of that, you can do like a I wouldn't say a finisher, but a devastating fatal blow if you do stun them. So you'll watch this footage and you'll see it happen multiple times. And another thing I want to talk about is the stealth attacks. You're seeing the cooperation here. Stealth attack, very, very important because this is an open world game. And from the previews, you're looking at different ways to approach missions. It can be stealthy if you want, or you can go guns, swords blazing. Is that a word? But so that's a cool thing. I absolutely love that. Of course, you can swim. And you have this very cool grapple ability where you're able to do anything you want there. But I want you to pay attention just in case if you see some parries just right there where we just saw. That parry is top tier. It's going to be, to me, this counter spark system is going to be the most pivotal for a good player to really destroy anybody they play against. And you can see right there, they do a fatal blow. Doesn't always mean finish, but that time it did. Okay. And there's a lot to discuss, which I'm going to get into, but we just want to answer a few simple questions. And this is a boss right here, Matthew Perry, world famous, real life character entering into the game right here. I think this is spectacular to see this boss fight up front. Again, this is early on in the game. You can see basically the U.S. Navy, the Europeans, all of different countries invaded Japan, trying to force them to open up the country to them. And this guy was one of the most famous from there. Damn, he just juggled you in the air. Let's check that out real quick. So you're gonna see Perry use his attacks here, throw you in the air, and then do a combo, turning into a street fight game right there. So super cool boss. Gonna be interesting to battle him. And you can see swapping back and forth, as I explained, a very key mechanic where you can really utilize the awesome combat creativity, let's call it. All right, and you're just looking at the open world, guys. Think about this, right? We've seen a lot of open worlds. You don't always need a new world and something totally different, right? But as long as you have cool mechanics, and I love the grapple, you're able to climb to unique places, find new things, find a different way to approach. I know I'm going to be up in the air a lot, trying to glide to assassinate somebody and things like that. Super fun. Just a free-flowing experience that I actually really like. What's going on, your boy? Thank you for coming through, man. So you're seeing a lot of good stuff here as the game goes. And I'm going to just talk about the loot system. If you guys played Neo 2, Wulong, this game has some of those systems in it as well. So just pay attention to that and know that like there's a plenty of things to do within this game. And we want to just take a slow motion here and show you guys him infiltrating the base and taking it one step at a time. There is a big mini boss or boss as well. There's archers, as you can see. And then now the big guy sees you and he's going to try to attack. So you want to be careful. And again, this gliding and attacking system, I just want to showcase that for you guys to help you understand, like in the middle of combat, you got the freedom to glide. And I would have tried to glide right on top of him, but you can use a grapple to attack as well. So, you know, somebody said they'd be dreaming about this game. I'm ready. That's what's up, man. Yeah, the combat's not going to be easy. The main thing I want to tell you guys about these previews and the information that's out already is that Neo 2 is your best bet to get good at this game. And I already did streams about that, but Neo 2 has this thing called Key Pulse, and this game has it. I'll showcase it later and talk about it. It's probably the most pivotal thing that you're going to be able to do with this game. So right now we're just trying to cover these preview, breakdown, and show you a couple things. So there are side missions that you're going to be doing, main missions, and different things that are super important. So just pay attention and see for yourself and tell me what you think and what other questions that you have about this game as we go forward to break it down. Tons and tons of stuff from this game that I'm interested to see. And I'm going to take a quick pause here and I'm going to play this very quickly. Just so I could prepare. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. So again, we're going to look at some of this and we want to kind of take you through the story of these characters and what they're going through and the whole mission. Wait a second. There we go. So you're seeing a dude with a staff. That's my weapon. That's the weapon I'm gonna want in this game. You can see that Counter-Strike system is really cool. But one thing I want to try to tell you guys about, and it's gonna be hard to explain for people who don't know, but Neo 2 has a key pulse system. And what it is you're using up stamina every time you strike. Stamina is a key part of the game, okay? And this game has the same system when it comes to stamina, meaning you're gonna watch me attack here, right? And as I strike, you see me kind of grip my sword after a couple of combos. When I get a second, I'll grip my sword. What that does is that gives my stamina back. So if you can watch carefully, I can slow this footage down, but I'm gonna let you see the stamina is blue on the bottom, on the center. And every time after a couple strikes, when it's really low, I can gather myself and basically wipe the blood off the blade. It's going to boost my stamina up so I can recover faster. So this is a mechanic. By pressing R1, just like you did in Neo 2, you can get your stamina up if you learn this system. Okay, doesn't mean you have to do it, but if you want to be consistently attacking and being, at your best ability, you want to be able to learn this mechanic. So do a combo, then hit R1 to recover your stamina, and there's a specific timing and setup in that. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but I'm letting y'all see some of the world, letting y'all see some of the designs and understand some of the systems when it comes to the open world. So there's a lot of different schools that will give you combat styles. Think of them as your skill tree. And the more you do these training missions, the more you're going to be able to unlock specific skills and abilities. So they're going to have a lot of different training, a lot of little challenges. And once you learn those, you'll be all good. So definitely pay close attention to that and you'll see some good stuff. But as you can see here, for me, one thing that I was wondering, and I'm going to talk about it now, and this is pretty much what all the people I've heard that already played this are saying, and I still haven't, nobody's officially confirmed this, so I don't want to speak for the studios, and I could actually hit up one of the developer managers and ask. I just don't want to bother them with this question, but about co-op. There's a concern that it isn't going to be co-op throughout the whole world, that it might be co-op for missions, right? Which is still cool. If you played Wulong, if you played Neo 2, you go on a mission, you bring your teammates, and you keep doing different missions. So I'm not sure what the system is, and nobody that has these previews knows yet. They're saying that it is for the missions, but they didn't explain in detail what that is. So if anybody knows in the comments, let me know. I could hit a developer up, but I don't like bothering these people. I think, you got to respect their time and their energy, and they get asked millions of questions. I don't want to be one of those guys. But okay, so as you can see right here, we want to even pay more attention to the spark system that I was telling you guys about. Very cool spark system. So you can see that right there, that counter as he fights. Just watch the counters, and then you can do a fatal attack when you stun somebody. Those big guy right there, he's hitting pretty hard, right? But if you watch, every time you do a counter strike, you're taking out a lot of his stamina, and you're also just staggering him for a second, gives you a moment to attack. So this is going to be the critical piece of the combat for your playstyle. Now keep watching how my character is gripping the sword after the fights. Reason why that's important is because this is a big part of the mechanics that I was explaining. Let me go in here. That you're going to be able to recover stamina just like Neo 2. Right? It's called key pulse in that game. I'm not sure what they're calling it in this game. But yeah, that's a key. Get it? Key pulse. So that's a key thing. And we're going to watch this in slow motion sooner or later. But yeah, just wanted to kind of give you guys quick look at some of this. But yeah, just pay close attention to how he grips the sword and kind of just flings it, and it becomes white. That spark right there, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and check out a couple more pieces of footage so that you guys can see. A lot of open world stuff and always interesting combat. I want you to pay attention to the key. Being able to hit that key every once in a while to get your stamina back. Look at these attacks, guys. Just super cool. It's gonna be a fun time. Very interesting game. Again, there's a couple concerns and I want to address them. And if y'all got any thoughts or comments, feel free to drop them as we go. So the concern for people is graphics, right? And then what is the game doing that's brand new, right? So I'll address the graphics and say that this game doesn't look like it's the greatest graphics of all time. But does Super Mario look like that? Does Sonic look like that? Does these fun games look like that? So while I'm not gonna argue with anybody that this game's graphics is the greatest, it looks amazing. It looks nice. Visually, it looks pleasing. There's nothing wrong with the graphics, right? It's not groundbreaking 8K visuals or something, but you can see it looks fine. And I care more about the animations, the gameplay, than, I mean, they could have been cartoon characters, right? And if the gameplay is fun and it was an awesome experience, I'll still like it. There's plenty of games like that, right? So that's what I got to say about that. But I could hear someone, you know, all those reviewers complaining about something silly like that. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Feel how you feel, you know. That's how I look at that. But again, the truth is, for me, it's not a big deal. And hold on a second, I wanted to grab this. That's number one. And then as far as like, what is this game doing new? Is it just another open world game? Well, yeah, every game's an open world game that's an open world game. I mean, what more do you want? But what this game, to me, that it does unique is, first of all, Team Ninja's combat is some of the best in the industry, right? So I'm like, yo, this is gonna be a blast because these guys know how to make great gameplay. And then their first time having an open world, that could be cool. The best part about it is it's their first real deep story that has branching narratives, and it also has multiple endings. So depending on what you do or don't do, it's going to affect the end of the game. So to me, that's very interesting. And the reason I bring that up about the open world is that it's a whole nother scenario, you know? So I'm interested to see how that plays out, you know? And then mechanically, you're seeing a grapple, you're seeing the ability to ride the horses, your ability to do all these other things that are super interesting. But again, it's not like a groundbreaking thing that's like, oh well, nobody's ever done this. Combat wise, they have really cool features that we talked about. I'll break it down deeper later on the combat system. But other than that, like a lot of this stuff, like even this, I'm sure some game has done this kind of gliding challenge, right? But you have a glider and then you have the grapple you can use to kind of get back in the air and complete this challenge, which is just a challenge for side missions and things like that. So I don't know what everybody's thoughts are with that stuff. I think the companions being able to swap back and forth, that's something new, and I'm going to see how that plays out. I've never seen that before, so there are new things in that regard. The main thing I know with this new and awesome is the combat systems, and they're going to be very fun to get good with. You know what I mean? So that's what I got for that conversation. I don't like I said, I'm not here to say for sure at the end of the day, like there's a big game here, and only 3 hours isn't enough time to fully be like, okay, I know exactly what this is. So regardless of what everybody's been saying about the previews today, a lot of people talked to me about what they experienced, and I felt like, you know, they've experienced what they're supposed to. The tutorial guide, the, you know, boss fights, a couple boss fights, some missions, some main missions, some side missions. You're watching it all pretty much cut up into pieces as far as the first 3 hours of the game, or 2 hours, or whatever you want to say. So it's all here, right? But yeah, so we'll see where they go from here and how they will play this when it comes to the final product, right? So for me, it's like nobody can tell us about the story because they did not play the full game. No one can tell us about the open world because they didn't experience it. They got a taste of the gameplay mechanics and, you know, visuals. So that's what I got to say about that stuff. But we can talk about a lot of confirmed things, and a lot of cool things that I've seen just from watching this footage that I'm just telling you about. You can see it for yourself and be like, oh, okay, that looks dope as far as combat goes and things like that. So, but yeah, so that's my kind of breaker on some of that information. And as you can see right here, using the environment to take this guy out, super cool way to beat him. I mean, you can beat him straight up with melee, but you can also do it that way. So there's a lot of different methods depending on how you want to go about it. And again, creativity, as you can see, there's a whole system of ways to take people out and how you want to play that. Personally, I love it. Oh, wait a minute. Is this... Let me check some, guys. How many minutes is this? Is it? There we go. All right, cool. I'm gonna put up another video real quickly. Give me 1 second. Jay just sent me something. Appreciate it. Ronin 4. One more video, guys. One more video. I'm getting these as we go. The one right here.
Shields up, Iron Breakers. Work on here coming at you with
I'm gonna let this first one play out for a second. But anyway, that's some of my thoughts and some of the deeper dives into. Yo, Ken, what's going down, brother? Hope you're doing well. Yes, we're checking out previews right now, breaking down all the information from the previews, breaking down all the thoughts from the preview.
Shields up, Iron Breakers. Work on here coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Rise of Ronin. This title was sent to me by PlayStation Portugal,
what's
so
going
that I
on,
can give it a look and tell you guys my opinions on it. Today's video is going to be a preview that is based only on the very beginning portions of the game.
Let's take a look here.
I can't really talk about multiplayer.
You can see, I just want to pause on different random stuff, right? Like open world, a lot of different things going on, a lot of different people just living their lives, kind of very true to the time period visually. Again, like I said, I'm not sitting here like, oh my god, this is like a whole new world. It's Japan and it looks good.
I've been informed to let you guys know that the version of the game that I am playing is being referred to as a pre-launch version,
so we're gonna
and
get
the
down
team is still working on the day one patch. Now, having said that, the experience that I've had with this title, I would say that the
remember with this horse, you know what's very cool
would be
is that I could ride the horse, shoot arrows, right? I can go grapple onto something and get up to a roof. I can glide off of that roof, call my horse to jump back on it,
hefty
all
price
in one big flow.
And I know this is
such
pretty
a cool
aggressive way to start a video, but that's just kind of how I feel. Usually I start these videos by talking a little bit about the visuals, and I kind of feel like this was already a giveaway if you've watched any of the gameplay
these right here,
these
are the fast travel places.
The gameplay that you guys are actually watching in this video is going to be B-roll that was provided.
This was a mechanic here that they were explaining.
Usually I start these videos by talking a little bit about the visuals, and I kind of feel
you guys can see this for
this
yourselves.
was already a giveaway if you've watched
as much actual information,
any of the gameplay footage that they've shared so far. The gameplay that you guys are actually watching in this video is going to be B-roll that was provided to me. I can't really show my gameplay footage just yet, but you know, if you take a look at these visuals, in my opinion, they look
resting areas.
As a matter of fact, I would say that this is a significant downgrade from some of their previous titles like Wulong and Neo 2. And by the way, I've tested all the different modes, performance.
Sorry about that. Jay left that audio in there. Thanks, Jay. But yeah, so it looks good, right? Mechanically, looks fun. Gonna get interesting. And again, the footage is provided by Team Ninja, Sony. Let's take a look. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where I could just come down and assassinate somebody, right? Ride my horse, jump on my horse, or jump on somebody and take them out. I'm gonna be doing that a lot if I can. Wherever I can, I'm gonna be using that mechanic all the time. So I'm excited about it. And of course, that grapple is gonna be my best friend. I'm super hyped to try that. So yeah, so a lot of cool stuff. Again, pay attention. How many of you guys in the chat, just answer my question, yes or no? Did you play Neo 1 or Neo 2? Yes or no? Because if you did, you know about the key pulse system, and it's pretty much back, and you're gonna see it in these fights. It's basically them cleaning their blade. It looks like they're cleaning their blade, but it's the way to get your stamina back, basically. You're going to get it back naturally by recovering, but if you do that specific mechanic, you're able to get it faster. So it's a very cool feature, in my opinion. And so let's just take a look and see what we got going on here. Banger. Hold on a second. All right. So yeah, so that's that information. I want to take a moment to actually go on some articles and see what people are saying on some websites as well. So feel free to drop some thoughts and some opinions on this game as we go forward. I'm gonna look on like IGN. I haven't read their article yet, but I'm sure they have one, right? The final preview. Here it is. All right. So all right. So they're saying they're impressed with the depth and sheer number of things to do. Story is compelling and gives you motivation to keep going to see what's next. This is IGN. All right, so we're gonna read some other people's thoughts outside of my own. If you got some opinions, drop them in the comments, man. Help out the stream. You know, more entertainment. You are a part of this stream. Anybody watching, I know a lot of people are watching on different platforms, but YouTube and Twitch, that's like where my community really is. So you want to come over there. And for the people that are here, I appreciate you. I hope y'all doing good, man. What's going down? What's going down? I'm going to go ahead and read some of this. So it says, plenty of gear you can acquire to make strong builds. Characters you meet during your journey can join you and fight alongside you. You can have a transmog system. Oh, I didn't know that. That's good. Actually, I did know that. Yeah, so transmog system, for those that don't know, it's basically allows you to put on crazy good armor, but put on any outfit. And that's something Team Ninja has already been doing. So the core combat feels like a bit of Assassin's Creed exploration and storytelling with a smidget of Team Ninja's combat and a dash of Dark Souls difficulty. The interesting way to put it. Seems like a perfect mix. That's what they're saying. All right, so they're saying the main storyline is referencing to two twin blades. These are the two characters I've been introducing and talking about. You create two characters to start the game. You're going to create the main two characters of the story, and it's all about them two. Then you have to play as one, and the other one, you know, we'll see what happens, let's just say. So, one of the first tests of your skills is to invade the ship, the black ship I told you about, with Matthew Perry, a world-famous historical real-life character. You're trying to kill Matthew Perry and then steal his secret message. That's your personal goal for that specific mission to start off. That's probably the first couple minutes of the game. We saw it, the footage. So, and then you know, PlayStation sent this content, so basically everybody has the same content, guys. So you're not missing out on footage. I mean, other than commentary from someone else. So that's what they're saying on IGN. So yeah, they're confirming the system that I just talked about, which is the key pulse system. To get your stamina back, you want to hit that pulse ability, which is R1 in the game. And play Neo 2. You'll see what I mean. I recommend everybody, if you have a PlayStation 5 or 4, you can play Neo 2 right now for free if you have PlayStation Plus. Check it out and just get into the combat, and I can show y'all what I mean. As a matter of fact, I probably should show you. That way y'all can have an actual demonstration. You know what I'm saying? I know. You know. But yeah, so they're explaining that system, the same thing that I just said about the key system. Super good. Let me go into Neo and show y'all in a minute. But what are y'all thinking about this? Should I slow this footage down so you can see it a little better, and then we can break down some of the information to help you know what's going down? Hold on a second. My Elgato's crazy right now. What's going on with y'all, man? My YouTube community usually is active, bro. They a little bit quiet today, man. Get live, y'all. Get live. I'm trying to read the article a little bit, by the way. Fast forward to the open world. All right, so they're talking about being able to group up with certain characters and build bonds, aka relationships, which basically you can start some school stuff and like learn some tactics there. Basically a skill tree system, but through building relationships and growing bonds. And that's just simple. You do side missions, you do activities, you train with them. Those are the ways that you can actually build up. All right, hold on. All right, so I got some stuff for you guys. I'm going to show y'all the truth right now. The very truth of the system, the combat system. All right, we're in 11 minutes. I'm going to pause this. Oh, wait, I can't. Well, I guess I could. Go to 11. What is this? There it goes. All right, so we're gonna open up Elgato. Why is Elgato acting crazy? All right, just take a moment before we go back to the footage and we see good stuff. The reason I want to bring you here, this is the same creator who made Rise of the Ronin, right? And they're currently making this new game, which is not a sequel or anything, but there is a mechanic in this game, a few mechanics, but one of the main ones is key pulse. All right, so I want you to pay attention to my character's green bar. There's the top left over there, you're seeing my health bar, which is blue. The green bar is my stamina, okay? So anytime I'm doing a strike, my stamina will drop. You can see it's going all the way down. Once it's down, I basically can't strike at all until it starts going back up, okay? That's how the system works. And your enemies also have stamina. Now, here's the thing. I can recover this stamina just by waiting and time will pass. Or I can use the system that Rise of the Ronin will also have, which is called Key Pulse. So when I do a couple strikes, right, I'm going to be able to recover. You see that big flash? That's what Rise of the Ronin will have as well. So I'll do a couple strikes and then have to time my R1 button in order to recover extra stamina rather than just a little bit. Okay, so this is going to be a critical part into all this footage that you're seeing. So I want you to kind of keep note of that. All right. And so when you're watching these fights, and they're kind of really fast paced, so you can't see it fully, but they're doing the same exact thing that you just saw me do in this game. Okay. So just know it's a huge part of the game, and it's going to make you a better player. You feel me? All right, so I am going to put some footage on and probably slow it down. You guys can see exactly what I mean by that. So, you know, PlayStation provided only just a little bit of footage for the preview instead of all of it. So it's not much. It's a lot, but I would prefer just raw 3 hours of footage. It just makes life easier. But we only got what we got. Okay. All right, so let me actually slow this down. I'm going to do it even though I don't like always slowing things down because it makes a game look different than what it is. But this might help you understand the way the combat is working. Okay. Let's get into a boss fight or something. Trying to find something decent. Let's go right here. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna pay attention to this whole fight here, and I want you to see every time it looks like he's wiping his blades from wiping the blood off the blade. All right, he's gonna just kind of side swipe it. The blade will end up shining a little bit sometimes, and that's when you did it right. All right, so he's gonna strike a bunch, and then as he strikes, he can recover his stamina, because every time he's striking, he's losing stamina. But right here, boom, strike, 3 strikes, and then he's trying to recover maybe a little stamina. Nope, he didn't do it right there, but basically, we'll see it in a second. They're switching stances right there. It's a second stance, middle stance. And he goes back up to high, it looks like. And so I know it's going to be slow, but I basically want to help you guys see the systems. So you have the high stance, medium stance, low stance. You have the counter spark that he just did. And after he does his combo, he wants to recover his stamina. But most likely he'll clean blood off the blade when he starts finishing the guy. I mean, he's not doing it in this clip, but this isn't the new gameplay. That's why I thought this was the new gameplay. I would assume he's doing it with these weapons as well. There it is right there. You see it? That was exactly what I wanted to show you guys. So with this character, he kind of swipes the weapon a little, and it's basically a way to showcase cleaning the blade off a little bit. So check it out. After he does a couple combos to recover his stamina better, right, he'll hit that you'll see the actual way. There it is. You seen it? How he kind of just swiped the sword. And that's a system that is critical in this game. Super critical. And there we go. And I'm going to keep showing these little type of clips to kind of give you guys an idea. Talk about the combat a little bit too while I'm at it. If I could find good footage. Some of this is old footage that they just reusing instead of using the actual new stuff. But there's still stuff in here. So watch this fight right here. Okay, this is an important fight. Again, the systems are all in place. Different stances. And now he's in middle stance. Boom. He counter sparks right there. Boom. The boss goes down. Now you got a moment to attack him. Boom. Beautiful combo in the air. Just amazing. Then after he does the combo, he should be doing his key recovery. There it is. You seen it again? Top tier stuff right there. This is good combat footage. Using the counter spark system right there. Oh, he got attacked. Another counter spark. In the boss, and he'll use the recovery for stamina right after. E-pulse. So here it is right there. Oh no, he's shooting now. Really nice attacks, actually. I didn't watch it this in slow motion before. But yeah, so those are systems that are going to be critical. Again, Neo 2 would be your best bet to practice. I'm going to fast forward to some more actual combat. I think we're going to go through the stealth. Here it is. Check it out. Check it out. Pay attention, guys. So counter spark, hopefully. Yep. That stuns him a little bit. It gives you time to start up an attack. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm watching this on slow motion. Then you're recovering right there. And another counter spark. We're good to go. Hey, Smith, what's up, man? You said, I don't know. You want this game? What does that mean? Explain yourself. Yeah, so I'm watching in slow motion, just giving y'all some breakdowns on the combat. Counter spark system. And then you have that important key recovery, stamina recovery system in it too. So let's just watch this whole clip again in slow motion. You said you got PTSD all over again from what? Neo 2? Is that what you're talking about? And here we go. So let's just pay attention to the whole system. Remember, you can change your stances: high, medium, low. And it's good to go. Check it out. He said, I watched a dude who played it. He said he didn't know about the price point. Hey man, look, here's what I got to say about prices. Here's what's crazy, right? It's like, if you got the money to pay for a PlayStation 5 Xbox Series S, you know, a PC, thousands of dollars for a PC, $500 for consoles, or thousands of dollars for a PC. If you got that kind of money and you're going to complain about a price, $70, $60, and it's like, don't bother. Don't even bother. In my opinion, I'm not a developer, so I'm not here to sell nobody on a game. But the moment you're thinking about a price, if that's gonna bother you, it's like, yo, go buy some toilet paper. You know what I mean? Get some toothpaste. Go buy. If it's that big of a deal, go buy some toothpaste. Go buy some toilet paper. The important things that you need in your house, some shampoo and soap. You know what I mean? Like, go buy some groceries instead, is the way I look at it when somebody's talking about price points. I think that's probably the most ridiculous thing to say. I would actually argue, if I was to make an argument on why not to buy this game, and by the way, apologies, I put it in slow motion. I'm gonna speed it back up while I talk about this, because I'm gonna be here for a minute. And I'm not trying to clown nobody, right? Like, listen, man, when I was a kid, we were homeless. I was on welfare. I was wearing jeans that my sister and me could share. We all shared jeans because that's how broke we were. But I'm not talking about brokenness either. But the mentality of like, is it worth it? Sounds crazy because, first of all, Team Ninja's games like Team Neo 2, Ninja Gaiden, Wulong recently, fun games, right? This game is an open world experience. You're watching just footage of just traveling the world. So on top of the dope combat that they already do, you're getting the opportunity to play an open world that they're creating. Is this the newest open world? Like I was saying earlier, is this the groundbreaking open world experience? Probably not. Is it going to be a fun open world? Sure. I've played hundreds of open world, thousands actually, probably, since I was a kid. Not even, I was, you know, the first open worlds, I played all of those. I played all the Assassin's Creed games. You know, there's a lot of fun Assassin's Creed games. Whatever everybody tells you is a lie. There's some great ones, Assassin's Creed games, and there's some decent ones and some like, it's all right. But open world, you know, if it's done right, and this one feels like it's done right, can be a great time. So I feel like that's worth it, right? And now the question that I have, and I want to try to play devil's advocate here. I'm not picking one side. I'm not here to defend the game, guys. But if I was to give you guys something real that's not like, oh, the price, man, I don't know. In the end of the day, this is no way. First of all, before I say what I'm about to say, there's no way that this is not a $70 game. The story is expansive and interesting. It's a big open world with a lot to do in it. Combat's going to be real crazy and fun and exciting. It makes no sense that this wouldn't be a $70 game. Now, if I wanted to try to argue against my statement that I just said right there, here's what I would try to point out. I'd be like, Team Ninja's never done a big story with branching narratives or multiple endings. It's not what they do. I don't know if I trust them for that type of stuff. I can say that and wonder, not say that I know or don't know, but to wonder, is it going to be worth it for that part of it? But if you look at this footage and you check what you're seeing, you know, there's a certain amount of like, okay, this is cool. All right, I like this open world. I'm looking at all the footage. Like we can go through just footage right now in the small little pieces of clips that PlayStation provides of different areas that you're like, wow, look at the beachfront right there. Look at the left. Just look at the left. Did you see that? Did you see all of that land in the beautiful horizon right back there? And then you got mountains, you got, you know, temples, you got all these different areas. It looks very interesting for that. But can the story keep me compelled, right? That's a question I have right now. For me, it's like, is the story going to be amazing? Right? That's what I want to know. I want to know if that's going to be amazing. I know I'm going to have fun with the gameplay. I know I'm going to have fun with the challenges of combat, but is the story gonna really be like, wow, that was spectacular? Well, that's a question. But like, how do you ever know that, right? Unless you pay the $70 to play it. Or if you just go watch somebody else tell you that story was good or bad. I never trust nobody opinion on if a story is good or not. Because I feel like until I experience it, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I feel about it. I don't know. But yeah, man, like I said, it's more than fine if somebody sees these clips or previews or reviews and it's like, you know what, that's not worth my money. I'll wait until it goes on sale and buy it for half price. Go right ahead. You know, like go buy groceries. Like I said, go get some soap and some toilet paper and take care of your life and then come back whenever you feel like it. Personally, I know Team Ninja makes great fun combat, and this is a huge step up when it comes to story experience, and it's an open world experience, which is crazy to me. So for me, that's how I feel. It says comparing it to other games. Yeah, so Smith, so comparing it to other games, I try not to do that. So an example, like, you know, you don't get a new girlfriend and then compare her to your ex. You know, that's a no-no in life. You're not gonna really be happy, and she's gonna be feeling unappreciative because you don't love her. You trying to compare her to some standard that you have about some other chick. So it's an unhealthy way to live. So for example, I could come up in here. I got Ghost of Tsushima as the greatest samurai game ever. I say it all the time, my dude. Will this game surpass it? Probably not. And I'm okay with that. I've accepted it because I'm like, this ain't supposed to be the greatest of all time. In my opinion, I need a fun game. I need a dope ass game. And if it ends up surpassing, that is amazing, but I don't think so, right? So that's just some food for thought on that one, Smitty. What are you thinking about what I just said right there? Is that reasonable and understandable to be like, you know what, I'm not going to compare this to Assassin's Creed, I'm not going to compare this to Ghost of Tsushima, I'm not going to compare it to Sekiro? Does it have things that can fit in all those games? Sure, right? Guys who are assassinating people, open worlds, elements, right? Like, oh, it's in Japan, so it's automatically a Ghost of Tsushima game. Ghost of Tsushima was not the first samurai game, and it wasn't the first open world, beautiful looking game. They just did a great job putting all those pieces together, you know. That's just how I feel, but that's just me. Ken, you said, I just want to know if it's a Souls-like genre or just a classic RPG like Ghost. So all I can say is this, from what I hear and what I've seen and from everything I've picked up the past 2 days. I've been spending 2 days talking to a couple people who've been playing this, and they were saying that the difficulty can get really difficult, but they didn't have a chance to see how difficult it could be. Only played the first hours of the game, and they really didn't have it on max difficulty from what I heard. So it does have very good difficulty overall. So I couldn't answer if it's Souls-like on that aspect, but there is Souls-like systems, right? So you know, Team Ninja, when they did Neo and Wulong, it has Souls-like elements. So if you do die, there is a karma that you lose. They didn't explain it fully, but they were saying the karma system is more of a, it's not your XP specifically, it's more like a reputation kind of. And so that's not in detail just yet, and maybe some other review has that breakdown on that. But That's what they were saying. So yes, it has that Souls-like element where if you die, you lose something. You're not gonna lose your equipment or whatever, from what I heard. So yeah. Hey, OVO, what's going down, brother? This is footage provided by a PlayStation. We're just doing news coverage, breaking it all down for everybody out here. You feel me? He said facts. Ghost of Tsushima's greatest samurai game. Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel, but that's just me. And I can't compare this game to that game. I'm never going to do it because I know Team Ninja, their combat is better. I'm sorry. Their combat is better than Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima put together an open world experience that was very unique. And it was just so special. They didn't do nothing new, really. It wasn't like a new game either. It wasn't revolutionary. It wasn't evolved. It wasn't innovative. In my opinion, they just put together a lot of stuff we love, and it was a smooth experience on all of the fronts. So he said comparing is reasonable to check products. No, I hear you. Like I said, comparing to a certain extent, bro. Like I was trying to say about your wife, you don't compare your girlfriend to your ex. And then when it comes to products, you can't compare. Like I know this game's combat is gonna be better than Ghost of Tsushima. Will its story be better? Probably not. We'll see. Will the graphics, like in Ghost of Tsushima, they exaggerated. It was a fantasy world where like everywhere you walked, oh my god, the flowers are bright, and you were sitting there like, dog, are bright pink and bright yellow and bright vibrant colors of everything, and that's not real life. There are places that have that stuff, but not in the way that Ghost of Tsushima exaggerated visually. And so now if I compare this game and I'm like, why don't they have the exact same color palette, the same color palette, and they got to do it, come on, man. And it's like, nah, I can't do that. This is going to be a more gritty game. They're trying to be more realistic with some of that stuff. The combat won't be as realistic as Ghost probably, but it's very fantastical. Let's just say that word. But want that fantastical. I like that fun. So I'm not going to compare them, right? They're two different worlds on that side of things. And then you talk about combat. Like this game, Team Ninja just does the best combat. In all of their games, they always do the best combat. So if we were trying to compare this one, at the end of the day, it's going to be like, damn, this one does have great combat. So it's complicated to like even try to compare that. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. And so having the right mindset of saying it's not necessarily like I need it to be, I don't need every game to be Ghost of Tsushima is what I'm saying. Right? I loved it. I thought it was one of the greatest games of all time, and it is the greatest samurai game of all time in my opinion. But I don't need every game to be that. I don't need every game to follow the exact same trend. You follow? So that's what I'm trying to say about comparisons. It's more about having the understanding that like everything don't got to be the same. Give me something different and do it differently, and as long as it's good, you know what I mean? Like imagine if every game said we got to copy each other and never do something original. We wouldn't have different genres. We wouldn't have different experiences. Everybody would just follow the same linear game design. So that's kind of where like, hey, just do what you do. If it's good overall, I'm going to have a good time and enjoy myself. That's how I feel about it. But I feel it's a good topic to bring up, and I like the fact that you brought it up. You don't mind a little bit of comparison? I mean, there is there to do. But like I said, it's a little bit also unfair and generic to assume any game that's in Japan with swords is a samurai game that has to be better than Ghost of Tsushima. It's like, let Ghost of Tsushima be what it's going to be. Let's talk about what this game is doing. Let's talk about what this game is creating and what is really about. And just to be honest with y'all, even though I say Ghost of Tsushima is the greatest samurai game, Team Ninja has the culture of Japan way better. No disrespect to everybody, you know, that worked on Ghost of Tsushima. In the end of the day, as of this moment, Team Ninja really knows Japan's culture. So there's going to be a richer aspect. We already know it's richer because of the featured historical characters, the environments that they have. Like, it's richer in that way. So comparing is like, all right, well, let's go ahead. Let's see what's up. And so you never know. Maybe I'll do a video later on after I finish this game and say, okay, yeah, maybe Ghost of Tsushima's story was better. Or Ghost of Tsushima's visuals, you know, beautiful flowers that you never really do nothing with, but they look good when you riding your horse past them, right? Like it looks good. That's not important because Rise of Ronin's combat is the best in the industry, or you know, whatever I'm gonna say. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. But if I did a comparison and that ends up the case where it's like, yo, they're going head to head on different things, it is what it is. I'm happy with whatever. You feel me? I'm happy with whatever. Let's just do it. As long as it's good on either side. But that's just my point. OVO, you said you ready for this? Yeah, that's another topic. So Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out the same day of Rise of Ronin. And so that's interesting. It looks like a cool game, but I don't know if it's something that I'm like overly, like I have to play it day one. It's like one of those games I can get on discount or maybe for free on PlayStation Plus and be like, all right, I'll try it out. And then it's a single player game. And it's like you play one character, you got to finish them because you don't get a second save. You know, there's things like that. That's like you only get one class. You can't switch classes. You got to beat the whole thing. So it's like, I don't know if I'm going to play Dragon's Dogma. So that's how I feel about it. It's a game that I'll definitely play and enjoy if I have the chance. As far as replayability for Rise of the Ronin, here's the facts. If you played Neo, you know that there's replayability. They designed the games that way. And then Wulong also has a replayability. So Wulong had a system where it wasn't like a new game plus. You just go up on difficulty and you keep everything. Yeah, I heard Dragon's Dogma is running at 30 FPS. I can guarantee, somebody look this up. I don't know the facts, but I'm pretty sure this game right here runs on 60 or higher. You know how I know that? Because Neo 2, which came out in like 2019 or whatever, was running at 60 frames per second on a PlayStation 4. So I'm pretty sure this game will be 60 frames per second. But again, man, like I'm not here to defend this game. People talking about you know, can this game surpass Ghost of Tsushima? I don't want it to. I want it to be its own thing. I want to be able to love Ghost of Tsushima, and I want to be able to love this game. As long as they do me right with a decent story, I know the gameplay is going to be fire. I know I'm going to have a good time in the open world. I could tell just by looking at all this footage, bro. You feel me? He said 30 frames per second is a sin to my eyes. Come on, bro. Don't get too crazy. Yo, look. Don't be disrespectful. First of all, we've been playing 30 frames per second. I don't know how y'all be getting all extra like bougie, man. You be getting all fancy all of a sudden, man. We played 30 frames per second. It was only recently. The PlayStation 4 hardly had 60 frames per second on every game. You know what I'm saying? And now that we on a PlayStation 5, everybody's bougie and they want to get mad that a game is 30 frames per second. It ain't that deep, bro. Let it be. Dragon's Dogma, you know, it looks cool regardless. You know what I mean? Like, Zelda games are 30 frames. All the Nintendo games are 30 frames per second, right? What's the big deal? Just enjoy it. Hey, OBO, yeah, share some thoughts on what you've seen about Rise of the Ronin. Like I said, man, I'm here for an open-minded experience. I'm not dating a new girl thinking about my ex. I don't do that when I play video games. I tend to really experience whatever's coming, right? Whatever you make is what I'm going to try. So I'll give you all an example. When you go to a restaurant, right? And y'all do this all the time, and we all do this, even myself. You go to a restaurant, you're like, let me get my favorite dish. And put it in the chat. Everybody, what's your favorite food to eat? If you can order anything anytime you want, your favorite dish, what is it? Know what I'm saying? Just share what's your favorite dishes. Because I want to make an example out of it. You know. But as we talk about that, for everybody watching, we're breaking down Rise of the Ronin, watching a lot of footage, but we want to talk about the footage. We want to talk about what you should be expecting and all of that good stuff. So, okay. All right. So somebody said seafood in the chat. And why we're going to use this as an example of the way I like to think and the unfortunate way that we think. So this is the way we think. We'll go to the restaurant and we want salmon. We love salmon because our mom or father makes the best salmon. They add all these ingredients in there and it's like a sweet, nice taste to it. And it's amazing. Right? And then when you go to a restaurant, you order the salmon there. And when you go to eat it, it has a salty, bitter, lemon salt type of taste to it. And it's still good if that's what you were expecting. But since you were expecting the way your mom and dad make it, you're like, oh, what is this? What is this? So all of a sudden you might not appreciate it the same. Does that make sense? So the reason I'm bringing that up, and by the way, we're watching a bad footage. I want to watch the start of this because this is the real footage. So I'm saying that to say the same way we do that with our food, where we have an expectation instead of seeing what it's offering, we want it to be what we want. It has to be how we think it should be. And the best example I can give you guys, there's a game you love the most. Think about which game that is. Think about the mechanics in that game. And anytime you play a game like it, it's like, oh, man, they're not doing it right, bro. They're not doing it right. Every game you play, you're like, they're not doing it right. Sometimes the games don't want to do it the way you think needs to be done. They just doing what they do. So the breakdown and the concept here that I'm trying to offer is that, like an example with me, Metal Gear Solid is my favorite series of all time. I think it's the greatest video game series ever. We can argue all day about this. Not today, but listen to the storyline, right? So, Pete, here's the main storyline to this. Metal Gear Solid is the greatest video game series ever. And if we talk about stealth, any game I play, the stealth is terrible. And the reasons for this is because it tends to be like, okay, Metal Gear, when you get spotted, they're calling backup, right? And then if the backup comes and they don't see you, they looking for you. They searching. Where is he at? Sometimes they'll pick up the dead body like, oh man, we got to do something with this guy. You know, like that's the style of the game. What's sick about it too is somebody sees you, they can go to call for backup on the radio, but you can shoot the radio in their hand and they'll be like, oh no. And now they start panicking. You know, you could do all types of stealth stuff. The mechanics in Metal Gear are so crazy. And then you play other games and you're like, yo, these stealth mechanics suck. Which can be true, but not every game has to have the same mechanics. Does that make sense? So the reason I'm bringing that up is because Rise of the Ronin doesn't have to be Ghost of Tsushima 2.0. It doesn't. I want it to be its own experience. It is in Japan, but so have hundreds of games before Ghost of Tsushima came out. And that's how I feel. You getting Rise of the Ronin for the combat mainly? It just sounds and looks dope. I agree with that. I love Team Ninja's game for the most part. Got you. Yeah, man. You got God of War as your number one. And like I said, even with God of War. So if I play a God of War game and all of a sudden that he's ripping people's heads off and doing all this craziness, and then I play another game that's like hack and slash, but it doesn't do no head ripping, he doesn't do anything wild like that game, and you're gonna be like, oh man, this game don't have no head ripping off, man. All of a sudden you're disappointing yourself because you played a different game that has nothing to do with that game. Instead of saying, let me see what this game got and experience it. And this is a secret of life, y'all. When you get yourself a lover, don't compare them to your past lovers. Just be with them and see who they are, not who you think they should be. You feel me? And that's what we should do with everybody. All your family and your friends. Accept them for who they are. All right, but we're going to get back to breaking this game down because y'all got me over here talking all this craziness, man. Y'all got me out here, man. Come on, man. Y'all got me in here going in. I appreciate it, though. It's entertainment, man. I appreciate y'all. All right, so let's get into it. All right, we're going to slow this down. There's a lot of systems that I'm looking at. All right. I'm looking at a lot of systems here. Let's just take a look at this footage real quick. All right, we're going to pay attention. This is like a full system that you can watch. All right, are y'all seeing this? On the bottom left, there's multiple mechanics. Hold on a second. Let me put this screen on another screen. There we go. All right, let's check it out. So on the bottom left, there's 4 icons. One is, of course, going to be healing. The other one is to call your horse. I believe one is for your map. I have no idea what the third one is. If y'all can guess, y'all let me know. What we doing down here, man? Help me out. Do I think the combat will be better than... I do think so. All right, I'll tell you like this. Ghost of Tsushima had style. It had some fun stuff. But the stance system was from the guys who made this game. The guys who made this game made Neo. Neo had the stance system before Ghost of Tsushima did. So people are like, oh, this game is like Ghost of Tsushima because of the stance system. That's not true. The stance system existed in this game before that game. In this company's game called Neo. Way before Ghost of Tsushima had it. And so a lot of things that people are comparing it to is like, bro, they've been doing things better mechanically, gameplay wise. They have not done a better story than Ghost of Tsushima. So that's a question that we got to ask. But I ain't worried about that part right now. If we're talking just pure combat, you know, and we're talking about like just amazing combat. Neo's amazing. Wulong's combat's amazing. Ninja Gaiden is amazing. Those are all 3 games they made before this one. And they're using all of their experience into this game. You know? Let's go ahead and check out some footage real quick. We saw an assassination right there. You got that grapple, which is going to be a lot of fun to use. Think about that grapple alone. In the middle of a fight, you're doing a combo and then you just pull them to you or grapple to them. So I do believe this combat system is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very interesting. I don't know. I want to just say this. Like, I don't know how some of the loot system works. And that's going to be important because, like, the type of build you make with the gear and the schools that you can learn The replayability is there, bro. I'll tell you why the replayability. Let's let this play for a second. I wanted to do a combat breakdown, but we're going to talk about the replayability. So in this game, you're going to be in an open world in different regions, all right? So this is the breakdown right here. In different regions, you're able to actually build relationships with different schools. Those schools are going to teach you new stances, combat styles. You're going to be able to equip whichever style you want. That means I could play the whole game with one specific play style if I want, or I could switch it up all the time and then go from there. So the replayability to me is already heavy just with that system alone. On top of that system, you got gear, which we don't know nothing about yet. They haven't really talked about it. No preview really talks about it anyways, but there is a lot of gear is what we know from all the preview people. There's plenty of gear, right? So that makes sense. It's like, cool. So having that gear, on top of that, your skills, on top of that, your actual combat styles, switching stances. You got 3 stances. In the 3 stances, you got 4 martial arts, and you got a different fighting style for each of them. So you're going to be able to play very differently. Right now, the question is, as far as replayability, they did mention gear. It's a lot of gear. It's going to be a lot of gear, but a few of them said. I just read the IGN one right now, also on stream. A piece of the beginning of there's going to be a lot of gear. So, and you can see you're picking up gear this whole time, dude. Like everything, when you're killing someone, you're picking up gear. You're picking up all that stuff. So the gear is there. So. And all of their past games, whether it's Wulong, Neo, it's 100% back. All that gear setup is going to be a part of the game. You feel me? So my thing is you're looking at this trailer right here. I don't want to see the trailer. I want to see the actual... They keep showing this stuff. Might have to go back to something different. Let's go to this clip real quick. I'm gonna skip this one right there. All right. So let's watch some combat, and then just talk about some of this other stuff because I want to see a little bit of different footage. But in the end of the day, I can't tell you officially the replayability, right? Like you got Wulong that gave you 3 difficulties, right? And all you had to do, you can go up to another difficulty, and that new game plus difficulty is like a new game plus, but it's just another difficulty. So imagine you got easy, medium, and hard. You beat the game on hard. You can play it on another difficulty, like a new game plus difficulty. You're going to be able to upgrade, get your gear higher, and do more with your playstyle. And then what you unlock, what you don't unlock, I don't know. But the systems that they've had for Wulong or Neo, the New Game Plus really is very important. You could really go crazy with it. So I'm interested to see what that looks like, because we don't have an answer. Nobody has an answer because nobody played a lot of hours. These guys played 2 hours of the game. You know, 2 to 3 hours at max is what everybody has said. I've spoken to several people. And that's what they said. So you can see right here, he's picking up loot. He's picking up items as he goes. So there's plenty of that. And you'll see it on the left, right above the icon, that they're finding new items. Either when they kill someone or when they open up a chest, all that stuff. So it's all there. Somebody's wondering about the open world. You're looking at an open world. What more do you want from an open world is the question. Like, help me understand. For anybody in the comments, I appreciate y'all coming out. See, like, a lot of people on different platforms, but if y'all can come over to YouTube, that's where the fam's at. That's where my crew's at right there. I like you. I like the YouTube family that we've been building. But the question I have about this is, what do you want from an open world? Right? Because somebody was kind of saying like, oh, the open world doesn't, somebody in the comments were saying open world doesn't look like it got anything innovative or new. It's like, what is the open world supposed to have that's new and innovative I just want to know, like, an honest opinion of what you would want out of it. So for me, and I'll just share my opinion. Again, everybody has different wants. For me, this is how I go into a game, bro. I go into a game, give me a dope intro cutscene. Give me something that makes me say, damn, that's crazy. I want to know what's happening with these people. Right? It could be like one character, or it could be the whole universe, you know, any type of detail to make me say, okay, this could be interesting. And just kind of pull me in a little bit. Just a little, be like, oh, damn. That's good enough to start. And then the gameplay is going to be like, oh, this is dope gameplay. Then I'm going to be like, all right, let me see what else story they got going on. Because the story can pull me to play more. There's been games you play. I know y'all all did this. There's been games the stories are so good, but the gameplay is not that great. Or the opposite. The gameplay is so good, but the story is not so great. Right? So the question is, what this game will do. Will it have both? That's what we got. We don't know. Nobody knows. Everybody can tell you whatever they want for the preview, but they did not play the whole game. So for me, that's a starting point for open world, because it's like, all right, there's some story, there's some cool gameplay. Then when I get into the open world, I accept the fact that I'm in a universe, that I'm in specific place. Like, I act like I'm really there, in the sense of, I'm like, all right, what is on the left? What is that smoke in the back? What is that building over there? Is there any people I could talk to in there? Hey man, I'll start getting curious. Could I get some upgrades over here? You think I can do a little cheesy upgrade if I farm some side mission over here or something? If I kill this guy, will I get more XP? I'm gonna farm this guy. So I start thinking about little things in the open world. It's like, all right, did somebody got a side quest for me out here? What's this noise I'm hearing? Let me go check that out. And so I start getting into it for myself. I don't know what they designed. I don't know how good or bad it is in the open world, if it's well done or not. But that's my idea. I'll start getting like curious. And then I'm like, oh, I want to see this. I want to see what's going on. And I just want to show y'all this clip right here. I'm talking about the open world, actually. And I want to just play this in slow motion if I could. But we're just going to take a pause and let y'all see what I'm talking about here. So just look at this area, right? This is one region of many. One region. It's very different in each region, right? But this is one region here. Little small towns happening. Cool. Then you come over here to this beautiful temple style fall looking area. Oh, wait, I skipped a lot of places. You just start looking and you're like, okay, what's this open world about? I can't capture all the footage. We'll have to slow this down a lot to kind of capture everything. I'm gonna try. And so you got all these areas. Like, look at this waterfront. I can't catch it. Let's go. You got this waterfront area where you're going to be able to go to those different islands. And you can swim in the water as well. And there's some missions in the water areas as well. So that's interesting. And you have this with these hay passageways. I don't know where that leads, but and you have this other town, cross a big bridge to get to, right? So it's like, okay, what does the open world have? Question you need to answer for yourself of like, are you interested in going to these areas? Does it look like it's something you would want to do? If it don't buy the game. Go buy some toilet paper. Wipe your ass. Is my take. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to sell nobody. I sell the only thing I'm selling. Oh, wait. Let's watch this footage actually. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Why is this thing not pausing? There it goes. All right, so I don't sell nothing to y'all. What I'm selling is the truth about what you expect, what you think, what you feel, what you want. For example, in this mission, this is the starting mission. It's literally the starting mission. You're going to be infiltrating the black ship where Matthew Perry, world famous, real life person, went to Japan and kind of forced them to open up the country. You know, you have the US Navy, the Europeans all trying to get in there, and then you're trying to assassinate him and steal his secret message. All right. And you're with your twin blade, which we got to learn about the twin blade. I'm interested in that story. What's going on between them two? You watch the trailers. He writes a letter to her while he's in jail saying, "Oh, I've been locked up for two months. It's been 2 months since I last spoke with you. Blah, 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 blah." He's saying all this stuff. That's super interesting. Then now they're together here. This is probably like before that happens. But as you can see, they're both assassinating people. This is interesting. Working together. So this mechanic of when you assassinate somebody, your AI will assassinate somebody, which is super cool. And then we're watching combat, of course, them on the ship, battling, doing what they do. Right? Super fun. Interesting stuff. Okay. And we're watching the health bar right at the bottom. Forget about the combat. We want to try to talk about some of the story elements and like, why would I get interested? And now we're actually fighting Matthew Perry. The question I'm having is like, do we actually kill him here? Or is there a way that he survives this? Because he's not going to die that early on in the game, I don't think. But that's just my opinion. And then you got dudes like this right here. He got the staff. Am I right? Yeah, he does. I want a staff. That's going to be my weapon of choice. They let me. Yeah, OVO, that's what I was asking. Somebody, I'm not gonna name him. He said that he can almost confirm that co-op is gonna be mission based, which is like, but it's okay. I mean, like, as long as I could just do mission after mission with somebody, I'm cool. What I don't like is like the Elden Ring thing where. In Elden Ring and these other games where I gotta like, I gotta go find a finger in order to co-op. And then I can only co-op in this one little area. If we kill the boss, my teammate disappears. That's annoying. Because me and Cloudy Chip TV, we want to do videos and streams. And so for me, I don't like that system. It's like, bro, just let me play the damn game. So I don't know how they're going to do their system, and nobody has the answer yet officially because nobody played the co-op. The preview was for single player. But hopefully, please, let there be just a smooth flow. If you played Neo, if you played Wulong, the co-op is smooth. You don't have to go through no trouble. So if they keep those systems and they don't make a new system, we're going to do it like Elden Ring. And be like, bro, come on, man. Well, we'll see. You say you don't like that system either? Yeah, like I said, we'll see. There's no wrong answers. I don't have, this ain't no sponsor stream, by the way. This ain't me giving opinions about this game because this is me just saying what I'm excited about. Which I got to know is that I love samurai games. So this is going to be a true samurai game. I'm excited about that. What people don't realize is a Ronin is a samurai without a master. So he basically became a Ronin. So the samurai decided to leave his master and be selfish basically and go on his own. So still a samurai to a certain extent. So I love that. And I'm excited to see what's happening. You said that they saw some pop-ins. Yeah, like I said, I can't really tell from everything I've seen. And y'all know I've been on these streams doing a lot of footage, breaking stuff down into detail as best as possible. I have not been able to see something that I'm like, that looks the worst. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like it's, oh my God, this is terrible. I gotta. A little bit of pop-ins is kind of nitpicking. You know what I mean? Like, you're looking over a mountain into 5 cities and a countryside, and you're worried about if something pops in the background all the way in the end of the map. You know, it's like, bruh, you're not even over there, bruh. If I'm walking to a building and then it disappears and comes back or something, then we're gonna be like, yo, what the hell are you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? But if it's some tree that's 700,000 yards away and I got mad because hey, yo, that tree, that's nerd stuff, bro. That's a little too much for me. You feel me? As long as, like I said, there's been games where, like Call of Duty, for example, I'm playing Warzone and a whole building pops up in front of me while I'm running. And I'm like, bruh, what the? Now that's a popping. That's not acceptable. So I think people trying to compare that to that's kind of silly to me. You feel me? But hey, it is a concern. Some people really care, and there's nothing wrong with that. By the way, when I say my opinion, I'm not judging y'all. I don't care if you don't play in 120 frames per second, right? Like if you're one of those people that are like, I only play in 120 frames, fine, just do that. How many games are there 120 frames per second for? How many are there right now on PlayStation 5? How many are there on PC that actually run at 120 smoothly? And that's dope, but I'm not like obsessed with that stuff. You get me? Like, give me 60 frames, give me above 1080 or higher, and I'll be chilling. That's how I look at it. You feel me? But yeah, so let's do some more breakdowns. Y'all ready for this? Let me go ahead and on some more clips right here for you guys. All right, so let's check this out. Check this guy out. How does graphics looks on this guy? Remember, you're watching a stream. I'm streaming it at 1080, 60 frames. But this is a footage from Jess or Mrs. J. You can see this is character right here. This is a character I believe is doing the amazing inventions, and he's one of the main characters that are going to give you gadgets to help you progress. So you're going to be able to be his friend and do side missions with him, do everything with him, right? So just think about that. Now look at the visuals. Are they bad? Are they decent? You know, like, what do you really think? I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Like, does that look bad to you? How bad is that? Is that acceptable to play a video game in today's 2024's world of cancel culture? Just help me out, guys. I'm honestly asking. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I literally wonder about some people's thinking process, their thought process about this stuff, because they be exaggerating. You know what I mean? Like, okay, do I think that's the greatest looking graphics? Definitely not. I think I can have a good time and not worry about this guy if he has a pimple or something. He has some wrinkles, actually. He got, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's how I think about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So while it's important to have good visuals, and especially for cutscenes and like stuff like that, and the gameplay got to be smooth. What I can say about Team Ninja is you go back, play Neo 1 or Neo 2, go back, play go play Neo 2 right now, 60 frames per second. Go play Wulong, 60 frames per second. They're smooth, fun combat. So visually they run well too. Now, will these cutscenes be top tier, the best in the industry? Probably not. Honestly, you know what's crazy? Suicide Squad has some of the best facial expression in all of gaming, which is crazy to think that a game like that, who people be hating on, has some of the best facial expressions. They really did a good job with that. And I'm not just saying that. You can go to Digital Foundry, the tech head nerd people who do that testing on that stuff. And they basically were like, yeah, this game is doing great things. You feel me? So, hey, what do I know? What do I know? But all right, my bad. I just want to point that out. And so, yo, I wanted to talk about this real quick. Let's just stay right here for a second. Do y'all mind? Do you mind? All right, so this is a system, branching narratives. All right. This stuff is important because you're building relationships and bonds. You're trying to work with different factions. And it's gonna be important because there's multiple endings and branching narratives. So this is a system right here. It says, I'm ready. I'm a little nervous. Which one will you choose? Now, here's another catch that's interesting. It says response details. So you can do like a breakdown on that. And then it says mission details. You can look at what the mission is going to be like. And then it says related entries. So you can see what's connected to it. Then it says conversation history. So you can basically read the whole conversation and see what's been going on between you guys, the friendship or the enemy. Because you can make friends or enemies out of people in this game. You don't have to be, you're not forced to be everybody's cool with everybody in this game. You know how in a lot of video games, most video games, you play an open world game and everybody's like, hey, can you do me a favor? Go get my cat. Hey, can you do me a favor? My son's stuck on the roof. Hey, can you do me a favor? There's some bandits who stole our stuff. For some reason, in every video game, you're this superhero who everybody calls to help. And that's how you get all your side quests or your activities. It's pretty hilarious. That's how all games do it, unfortunately. But with this game, something that few games do, not all the games do, you're able to make an enemy or make a friend with certain factions. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plans out. Like I said, I'm very interested in the story. I'm very interested in the gameplay dynamics of like, oh, I ain't trying to be cool with those guys. Like, who are you going to choose? And I'm going to stay here for a while. This is a little boring visuals, but hear this out. There's the Shogun, which are basically like the police, the traditional people who hired a samurai, who are the samurai protecting Japan. They're right. That's kind of what they were. They ended up getting a little corrupted and going into politics by helping out the imperial government, basically royalty of Japan, to protect them. But they ended up taking over, and they took over power of Japan. Then there's people against them. It's like, hell no. Then there's the royal family who's against everybody because they want to stay in power. Then you have the U.S. Navy coming through trying to take over. You have the Europeans trying to come through and take over. You got all different sides, bro, everywhere. And you're going to have to choose who to rock with and who not to rock with. Now, gameplay-wise, it affects you because one faction might have the best weapon. Are you going to rock with that faction? I know a lot of us will kind of cheese it up. That's kind of what I'll be doing. I'm going to go probably with the team who has the best weapons. Whatever weapon I want double swords. So that's going to be one. And then after that, I got to decide what I want to do. But I'm going with the factions that got my stuff. And I don't know how many factions you could rock with and how many you can't rock with. So we're going to find out. And that's probably where the replayability is going to be amazing. We don't know yet. That makes sense? So this little right here, branching narratives, is going to play a major role in this game. So I just wanted to point that out. And there we go. I'll go ahead and skip. All right. Now I'm going to start pointing out a couple of things here and there, hopefully to help all those that are watching. How many people do we have total? This looks like a couple hundred on different platforms. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at, man? Y'all showing me love out here? But yeah, so this mission right here is invading the black ship. I already talked about this like a million times, so you should know. I do want to talk about the system though. Let me see something real quick. Wait, I can't see. 1 second, guys. Oh, y'all watching on Twitter, aka x.com. I appreciate y'all listening in. Hope y'all enjoying. I can't see no comments over there. So if you're commenting, I'm so sorry. Come over to YouTube or TikTok. I can't see no comments on X for some reason. I appreciate y'all hanging out. All right, let's get into this combat, man. We just watched some cool footage, right? All right, let's get into it. I'm gonna rewind a little bit of this so we can talk about it. Some of the systems. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so pay attention, man. We about to run this down. As I was saying, you can switch characters back and forth. You just saw it happen right there. Pay attention how he swaps. This is AI. You can swap from one character to the next at any time you want, basically. It's a dope mechanic that nobody's talking about. What games have done this? What games let you do these combos together and attack in different ways and swap over at any point? Please tell me which game it was, because I can't remember. My memory's bad, but I honestly need to know. Let's just watch it as it happens, okay? He's playing, and then he swaps over to her, and then he starts fighting, okay? So they can swap back and forth at any point. It's pretty dope, and they do it multiple times in these clips as well, so you want to pay attention to that. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I haven't played it, dog. I played a demo, but I didn't really play it. Look at this right here. That's a sick mechanic as well. Let's get into it. I want to see what I'm seeing. All right, so pay attention. When he parries the fire attack, okay? Let's pause it right here. He's about to parry a bullet with fire on it. It's basically a burning bullet, right here, watch. He's about to get shot. As he gets shot, he parries it, counter sparks, which sparks his blade with fire. The counter attack sparks his blade with fire. All right. Nasty. The dope mechanic. And by the way, I've already confirmed 3 different elements. You got poison, electricity, and fire 100% in the game. All right. Fire you're seeing right here. There's other footage that I've made on my other YouTube videos about poison and electricity in the game. So that is in there. And this is going to be dope because you want element damage. You know, I love element damage on video games. It just makes you stronger. You know? All right, let's watch this Counter-Strike. Yeah, I played Final Fantasy VII like a couple hours in. And then I never went back to it. And then I played Rebirth. And that thing kind of destroyed me, bro. I'm going to be honest. Watching it on Rebirth honestly spoiled the number 7. And I was like, damn, bro, they just ruined this. They ruined this game for me. Because I haven't finished the original, part 1. And then part 2, they're like, by the way, everything that happened, here you go. That's why Final Fantasy's Rebirth demo, I didn't get to play it all because I was like, you know what? They spoiled this game for me, bro. But anyway, all right, let's go check this out. All right, so check out the combat. All right, I want y'all to pay attention to a couple things. Look at the stances they're using. Each stance has different things on it. And I'm going to actually just put up a picture and try to help y'all understand this right now. I'm glad that my PC is functioning. let me see. Where's those pictures? This it right here? I think this is it. Well, if it isn't it, it is what it is. All right, so there you go. All right, I'm gonna put this up for a second before we continue with the video. I just want you to understand something. Every weapon you can do normal attacks with. You can do charge attacks with. You can do advanced attacks with. And you can do counter sparks with. That's square, hold square, square up, and then triangle. But you also have martial art attacks. There's 4 of them. When you hold R1 and you hit square, that's one martial art attack. If you hold R1 and hit triangle, that's another martial arts attack. So think about every weapon having, this is high stance that you're watching. High stance has the 4 martial arts attacks and the 4 normal ones. So that's basically a total of 8. And you can swap out the martial arts at any time for those weapons. Right? With different schools, depending on what school and what skill you got, you can throw it in there. Then you have medium stance, who you can do the same with, and low stance. All right. So different schools, different techniques, different martial arts, different combat styles, as they call it in the game. All right. So you got to pay attention when this combat. You're not just getting a really simple combat system. There's a lot of elements going into it. I promise you. Check it. Oh yeah. So we're just watching a little bit. I just want to showcase some of that. But yeah, so just breaking that down, giving you a little glimpse. Little tease. Little taste. Shout out to everybody on x.com. That's what's up. Hey, listen, man. Y'all need to get me popping over there on x.com, bro. I wanna get back to my old days. On Twitter, aka X in the old days, like 7 years ago. We used to pop off, man. We used to pop off on the live streams. So I would love to get that back. We got 60 people on here. I'm gonna type in here. Thanks for watching on x.com. All right, I hope y'all see I'm active out here. This ain't a pre-recording, man. I want to show y'all with love out there. I appreciate it. If it's somebody I know that I've interacted with, or you just want to say hello, man. I'm here right now. I'm looking at my own stream as we speak. Trying to check in with y'all, man. Trying to check in. But yeah, we got to talk about this game more. Let me keep the footage playing, actually. But yeah, check out the systems, guys. Check out the systems. So just imagine all the different combat things you can do. They're gonna be interesting. And I mean, dude, I want that guy's move. The boss just did something crazy to you. I want his move. Check out his move. He basically uppercuts and then keeps you in the air. Yeah, I'm hyped, man. It's gonna be interesting. Again, I don't expect every game to be game of the year. I don't expect every game to be like, even with Final Fantasy, somebody's in the chat on YouTube saying Final Fantasy Rebirth 7 Rebirth is incredible. And I'm like, I'll play it, but I probably won't be like, oh, this is my favorite game of all time. Because I played last year's and I liked it, but I wasn't like, yo, this is the greatest thing I've ever played. It was like, that was a great time, nice story, decent gameplay. Like, it was cool, man. You know, I loved it. It was great, actually, but just didn't like, you know, it wasn't like, oh my God, it's the greatest for me. For me, I don't know. Yeah, but yo. All right, I'm closing up x.com because y'all not. as active. Let me see. They posted. I think they posted a new article. Hold on a second. Yep. They just posted a new article, guys. Okay, we taking a break. We taking a break from the visuals. Let's go into this article real quick so you guys can see what's cracking. Yeah. So everybody watching on x.com, come over, man. Come and show love. I appreciate y'all. All right, let's check it out. All right, we're gonna read this together right now. Okay. I need y'all to rock with me. I'm not gonna show it because I think visually you're better off watching this footage. Am I right? So it says the game's opening hours offers a glance of combat-focused adventure. This is written by actual PlayStation, not even studio. Okay. This is like PlayStation's preview. It says from Ninja Gaiden to Neo 2, the fundamental act of swinging a sword or spear. Okay. We're not going to read all of this. We want to skip through the good stuff. A whole new world. After finishing the linear prologue, the events of which I won't spoil here. And actually, let me rewind this. Oh, so yeah, this is just a review, like a preview from the PlayStation people themselves. Western Suburbs, Let's see, the counter system. They're talking about the counter system I talked about. I try to find something new that I haven't talked about because I talk about everything, guys. I try to teach every detail. All right, so they're saying gruesome stealth kills and critical hits, lowering the enemy's ki makes it easier to dispatch them, slaying more resilient enemies. The grapple can be used for element damage, we know that. Parrying incoming bullets, that's your sword of fire. Yeah, I just said that, bro. Come on, man, why you copying me, bro? Gives you a ton of flexibility with combat encounters, etc. On certain missions, you'll be able to bring a companion with whom you've established bonds. Interesting. Only for certain missions. When they attack on their own, you can take control of them as you wish. Nice. Yeah, we know that. All right, so here it goes. So they got to experience 2 combat styles. We talked about the combat styles, and there's different versions. Okay. Ooh, they talk about the skill tree. Strength, dexterity, intelligence, and the skill trees can also unlock new dialogue options. Oh, man. This is like full RPG? Damn. All right, y'all. Y'all seeing this? Y'all hearing this? This is from the PlayStation blog. So I didn't know they had that system. So like, you know, when you have a lot of intelligence and you're talking with somebody, you can charm them to make them do something or whatever, intimidate somebody if you're strong. Or so there's a system here that's very interesting for the dialogue. I need to write this down because I did not know that. Wowzers. That is different. Okay. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. All right, I just wrote that down so I can keep it for later, by the way. I tend to take notes on things, guys. Because that's something I didn't know. So that means there's going to be for real RPG elements to the max. All right. Well, that was just a preview. It wasn't actual new footage or anything interesting other than somebody's take on their experience with the game from PlayStation Sony. Who's the guy that wrote that? Let's see what his name is. Do y'all know who? I think I might have seen that name a few times. James Satava or whatever the heck. James something. Interesting. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming through on all the different platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Coming out. We're having a big talk about this game, and I just want to give my opinions. I don't know, right? Like, one thing you got to understand is that previews are not the best ones. There's a lot of great content creators that y'all might love who got it wrong because they played 2 hours of something. I'll give y'all an example. In real life, you live trillions of hours. Trillions of minutes. Right? Let's just say I'm going to give you 30, right? How many minutes in 30 years? Let's just act like my audience is within that long. All right? And over 15 million minutes, right? And all it would take is 60 seconds to 30-second clip of you doing something so stupid and me putting it on the internet for the world to say that guy's crazy. That's all it takes. That's all it is. That's when you go on social media. So automatically you can't judge a game if it's 30 hours, if it's whatever, off of 2 hours. You can judge if it's a game you might be interested in, right? Like, okay, I don't like samurai. I don't like hack and slash games, so I'm not going to play this. I don't like open world games, so I'm not going to play this. I don't like RPG games, so I'm not going to play this. I just want to play Pokemon Go. Okay, well, you're not wrong for that opinion. You feel me? Like, hey, play what you want. Play what you like. There's no wrong answers. That's just how I feel about it. So play what you feel, but know what you like. Don't just assume you don't like it. And the best example is foods. There's a food you don't like, but you've never tried it. How can you know you don't like it, but you've never tried it? I wonder how your brain works. And a lot of us do that. All right, so I'm going to read some impressions, and this is like off of Twitter, just random people. The open world looks stunning. Loads of side quests and photo ops to explore and move between missions. Combat is tight, fluid, and intense. Storytelling and cut scenes are captivating and well written. It looks and feels more Neo than Ghost of Tsushima. A simple comparison. The character creation is very in-depth with loads of options. Graphics are good. Not great, but they're good. Hype to play more. Limited to 2 hours at this stage. That's what they said. That's from a gentleman named Spawn Point on Twitter. He just posted that. I'm just going to go through Twitter to read people who put small little details in there. I don't see nothing here. Okay. Here goes another one. Stealth kills and critical hits terrify other enemies. Yeah, I forgot to say that. Yeah, that's a dope mechanic. I absolutely love that. It basically gives you opportunity to keep your stealth going. I mentioned that earlier, but I didn't get into it. It says grapple hooks can hurl explosive barrels. We knew that. Parrying bullets puts your swords ablaze. Come on, bro. Some quests allow companions to join you. and even glide with you. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's cool. The more I watch 3 people say stuff, I'm like, all right, I'm down. All right, my boy P. Game has a lot of different weapons to master, like dual swords, that's mine, spears, katanas, and bows, blah, 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 etc., etc. We talked about all this. I got videos about all the weapons, so y'all can go check that out. Gameplay is the main focus. 3 different modes that run good. Frame rate, graphics, and ray tracing. Interesting. Who's played it on ray tracing? Does anybody got a video? Yo, can somebody right now that's watching this, look, you're gonna do me a big favor. I'm being lazy. I could do it too, but I should do it right now. Did Digital Foundry or anybody do a ray tracing test and visual gameplay? I want to see it on ray tracing, because you know that's top tier, right? I'll put graphic mode in that. I'm gonna play on frame rate, guys. I'm gonna play on frame rate. That's just me. You do have 2 dual swords. I'm not sure if it's gonna be katanas, man. Should be. OVO. But yo, look that up. I want to see what ray tracing looks like. Right now, the footage provided for everybody is the same. It's from PlayStation directly. So we don't know if that was ray tracing, graphic mode, or whatever. I'm playing it on frame rate because I want to be able to parry good. I want to be able to do what I gotta do. No worries, brother. All right, let me keep reading this article. These tweets. Traversal is a highlight. Fun to roam around the open world. I'm already excited, man. They don't gotta say nothing else. Game feels like a mix of Assassin's Creed, Dark Souls, and Neo. Has difficulty options. We know all this. People be saying the same stuff over and over. Well, I guess they didn't know. Like they're telling themselves. Okay, let's read this guy right here. Ham with the spam. He says it feels like Assassin's Creed, Neo, and Sekiro. I like that idea. Large open world, fun traversal for gliding and grapple hooks. Good performance with 3 visual modes. Great art design. Difficulty options. Not the best visuals. There we go. Frame rate, it is an option to play frame rate, bro. That's what I'm doing, so I don't give a damn. I mean, don't get it twisted. We making videos out here, right? So we want to be able to give you guys something cool. Man. Hold on, let's watch this footage real quick. But I wanna make dope videos, have the dope graphics, but I also want to just play and be able to parry and do all that. So frame rate is first for me. All right, let's read this, y'all. Check this out. Somebody else says, compelling story, plenty of gear to acquire to make your builds, transmog mode, cats, petting cats, says it's game of the year. Not even, bro. That, you know what? I'm not getting this game no more. They don't let you pet dogs. I'm a dog person. Why I gotta be petting cats? I'm gonna go pet all these cats and then I gotta come home to my dog. I don't even have a dog, guys. But when I do have a dog, he gonna smell cat on me. Damn. I'm betraying my dog. My dog. Nah, but the fact that said Ninja Gaiden like combat is crazy. This dude TCM. Ninja Gaiden like combat. I won't say that it isn't. it does have a very fast-paced wild style. But yeah. A bit of Dark Souls difficulty, big open world, cities, farms, towns, open fields, customized longhouse, mini games, Gatling gun, firearm range, etc. Not bad. So far, what are y'all thinking about these impressions? Did I just show y'all the list here? So the way I'm seeing this, let me show y'all because y'all won't think I'm just making this stuff up. Where the heck is my Windows capture thing? We'll come back to this footage. Footage is fire though. All right, right here. So I don't know who that weirdo is. I got to be careful because you know how Twitter works. There'll be some creeps that will put something weird on here. You know what I mean? And like hashtag the game. So the way I do these searches, I just go to I go to Twitter and I just type in Rise of the Ronin on the search bar and then I just scroll through. So I was reading this guy earlier. He was saying the open worlds, all that stuff. And then I was reading this guy right here, that stealth, all that stuff. So pretty much just a bunch of different people giving quick impressions. This is a good way to look for yourself, to see what people's feelings are. Because I never trust this stuff. I'll tell you this, I never believe in nobody's word when it comes to a game. I got to see it for myself. I got to do my own research and be like, you know what? I can watch 50 videos and still be like, I don't believe them. I'm going to check myself. You know, like I want to know what it's offering. This is the guy that said cats, bro. We need to ban this guy. You said right here, look, it says, petting cats, game of the year. I need a petting dogs. For me personally, pet a dog, and this is game of the year. If we can let me pet one dog, just one dog, and my life will be changed forever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna keep scrolling, but I gotta be careful because sometimes people put up weird stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just can't trust them. All right. All right. But yeah, so that's some info. I'm gonna keep going down and looking a little further. But interesting stuff from some people's takes. All right, here goes another guy. He says fluid combat that's satisfying to master. Big open world that doesn't feel overwhelming. Interesting characters to meet along your journey. The choices you make do have an impact on the world. Love that take right there. Oh, wait a minute. He got some actual important character customizations. Oh, we got to see this. Y'all need to see this. Hold up. We them boys. Let me go and put this on the screen for y'all, man. So check it out. We finally got a quick look at the bro, what is this footage playing? There it goes. My bad. All right, so this right here is the character customizations. You can see the way he looks. It looks really nice, in my opinion. And then you got this one, the female. You can make 2 characters. Remember, you're going to make 2 characters at the very start of the game. So, yeah. So you got everything. This is kind of like that Wulong system, more or less, in my opinion. Which is a great system. And there you go for the hair. Different hairstyles. Nice. Like it. How are you feeling about that? I got to make a video about all this, man. You know what? We need to make a video tonight. We gonna make a video. I got to remember this. Because that is very cool stuff, if you ask me. The combat is really good. I found 200 pieces of loot. You have 2,000 slots. What the flex? Great systems to make difficult more approachable. Interesting. Okay, so we got to see the difficulties. Somebody got to look up difficulties. Because, I always said Ghost of Tsushima's difficulty was better than a lot of games. Because it's not like they just put the health up very high. They made it so that the enemy could one-shot you, but you could one-shot them. So it's kind of like a... So yeah, I'm just looking at some tweets, seeing if I see anything interesting. Yo, my boy is so salty about this game. He played it, right? But he was hoping that it was like Neo 1. Now he's mad. Okay, yeah, I said that also, by the way. OVO, I said that the game's been in development for 8 years. But people don't realize what the developer was talking about, that the concept of the game started 8 years ago. 8 years ago, they were discussing a game in Japan, in feudal Japan, featuring a Ronin, and they were discussing the idea of it and what it could be. The game wasn't like being made for 8 years. They had the concept and they were working on all these other games. 8 years ago, they were making, I don't even remember, Neo 1. Then they made Neo 2. They made other games. Then they made Wulong last year. They just put out Wulong last year. And before that, Neo came out in 2020. So they've been putting out games. This ain't the only game that they're working on. People don't realize that they got a big expansion. So the 8 years was like, oh, let's think about what we could do 8 years ago. And they came up with the idea and how they want to make the game. Actual development didn't start 8 years ago. Does that make sense? So it's like, we're going to make a movie, right? And today we're like, yo, let's make a movie like Friday, but it's going to be in space, Space Day. I don't know. I'm being stupid. So then all of a sudden we thought about it in 2024, and then we started putting ideas together here and there when we felt like it. And then finally in 2030, we're like, yo, let's get this game going. And then you start making it. You get me? So it wasn't like they was just like working on this game and they put out a lot of games in those 8 years. And then they're like, all right, let's focus on this one. And it was actually Sony PlayStation who's like, hey, we would like, to have this game and work with you. And they basically partnered up with Sony. Sony, funded them to make this game. So, yes, sir. But yeah, it's been but don't let nobody fool you with this whole 8 years. There's gonna be like an Xbox person. So understand another thing, OVO. There's a lot of haters who are on PC or Xbox, and they could give a damn about this game. They want this to fail. They're like, yo, these stupid ass exclusives. PlayStation's whack. PlayStation's a anti-consumer. And it's like, bro, who cares, bro? Like, let Xbox do fire ass exclusives. Let Nintendo do fire exclusives. If you got the money to buy all the consoles, go ahead. Enjoy yourself. If you don't, that sucks, but it's not nobody's fault. You got to go get rich. You feel me? And even me, bro, I don't own an Xbox anymore. And I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I borrow a Nintendo Switch. This is what I do. I go to my sister. I go to my cousin. I go to my nephew, whoever. Hey, man, can I borrow your Nintendo Switch? There's a new game coming out. I want to play it for at least 2 weeks. Okay. They let me borrow it because nobody ever uses their Switch often. And then I'll play the game and I'll give it back. Yo, good looks, man. I appreciate you. I'm out of here. But I don't have a Switch because I don't need a Switch. I'll play on PC or PlayStation right now. And then if Xbox comes out with something fire, I'll probably do the same. You feel me? But since Ronin is exclusive, it's gonna get hate. The narratives from Xboxers, specifically Xboxers, and then some PC guys, they get a little crazy with it. The thing is, bro, when you eating good, when you living good, you don't worry about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't in your mind, bro. Just not how life works. Well, for me, you know, it's important to kind of never fall into the narrative of society and just live in your space, live in your greatness. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was talking about earlier, though, about like, I'm not here to compare this game. Does it have elements that I could say? Yeah, but it's not a freaking Sekiro. It's not a Assassin's Creed. It's not all those games. It's Rise of the Ronin. And as long as the story's fire, I'm gonna be good. As long as they have some type of interesting plot, it keeps me. I'm gonna be good because the gameplay is gonna be fun. The open world is gonna be fun. I could tell already. But let's get into some more of these very heavy details in a second. I've been looking at all this footage and all these breakdowns, man. I need to hold on a second. Let me just finish this. I want to look at these. The developers just posted an article. No, they didn't. Is that a contest or something? Ooh, yo, who lives in Japan, bro? Who lives in Japan? I want to win. You can win a PlayStation and a copy of the game if you live in Japan. I think that's the rules. I didn't really read the rules. Hook it up, man. I'll take an extra PlayStation. I need a controller right now. I need a new controller. My controller's dying. It's dead. It's dead. I got 3 dead controllers, bro. I need to check myself. 3 good PlayStation 5 controllers crushed. I will trade in 2 of my PlayStation controllers right now that are broken for 1 good one. Anybody want to do a trade on my stream? Who's watching? Please. But yo, look. Let me show y'all a little something. Look at this. Oh no, not that. Look at this. You can get a PlayStation 5 and a Rise of the Ronin for those that don't have a PlayStation. We was just talking some smack about the haters. Right here, if you don't have a PlayStation, just sign up, and it's through the PlayStation Japan. But I think you have to be in Japan. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna read the rules for y'all real quick. I'm guaranteeing that it's gonna say you got to be in Japan. Hold on. Let's see, rules and regulations. They're not about to ship it out to us Americans. Qualifications. Where is it? Qualifications. Yep. Reside in Japan. Get it. Yeah, I tried, bro. I tried to hook y'all up. You know what I'm saying? Tried. All right, so let's get into some combat real quick. Again, I want to kind of stress this. For the next week and a half before this game releases, what I'm going to be doing, I am 100% going to be playing Neo 2 and practicing my key pulse is the name of the game. Because in combat for Rise of the Ronin, when you do key pulse, probably a different word for that game, it's going to give you extra stamina as you fight. And you want to have the highest stamina possible. So very cool stuff. By the way, I was thinking man, that system that we just found out, like the higher intelligence. Wait, where is it? The higher intelligence, you can unlock new dialogue, higher different stats. That's interesting. You can intimidate somebody by being strong, or you can have intelligence to charm them. Bro, this game is bugging. Like, I honestly was like, I just want a nice Team Ninja combat game. But now it's got romance options. And I never expected that. It got this system here for like dialogue to be able to have different options and like intimidate somebody or charm them. It's like, bro, this is a real RPG. It's kind of blowing my mind because I didn't expect that and I didn't care for it. And it's not something I play games for, to be persuading people a lot. There's only been like 4 games in my life that I played that had those features. So it's super cool. But yeah, let's get into the combat real quick. I'm gonna take a quick break here. I want to showcase something. Yeah, right here. All right, so we're gonna go back into Neo just for a little bit. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys. So in Neo, after I don't know when, you get this dojo area. This is a big part of the game. There's no map to show you it, but basically, let me see if I can go in there. I don't know if they let me. No, they don't. All right. Well, anyways, you'll know once you play the game. Okay. In this dojo, you can call up enemies. See, I'm gonna call this enemy up right here, and just practice my attacks. Right. Very cool mechanic. He stunned me. But the reason this is important is because let's just say you want to play Rise of the Ronin and you want to get good at the one mechanic that they're gonna have, you know for a fact now. This game has it. So it's all about what I talked about earlier. And if you've been watching, it is like breaking me repeating myself, but I'm trying to help all the viewers. Probably came in late. Let me find my controller real quick. Where's my controller? It's not in here. Not in here. Come on, man. Usually have my controller on the system. Look for it, guys. 1 second. There it is. All right, let's plug the controller in. I'm gonna do this with the controller in mind. I probably won't be able to see unless you really pay attention, but hopefully this is extremely helpful to help you be like, oh, okay. Just go play Neo 2, in other words. But I'm gonna show you the key system. If I can ever plug this controller into my PC. I don't know what's going on with me today, bro. Man, what's wrong with you, bro? Can't stick it in. That's what she said. I'm actually professional at that. It's not going in. That is weird. The USB is not working. Oh, I remember this. Even my USB's been having some trouble. Damn, bro. Down bad, guys. Down bad. Oh, that's what it is. Oh. Yep, I got it. I got it. I got it. Don't mind me, folks. All right, so my controller is on. Perfect. How can I see it? Oh, it's because it's beneath. Here's Johnny. All right, so right there, you're looking at my controller. I'm gonna keep it right there. I think that's a good spot. Yeah. Perfect spot. All right, so you're watching the controllers. What I need you to pay attention to is R1 on the top right. We'll be hitting that after I do combos to regain stamina. Just please pay attention to that. It's gonna be in Rise of the Ronin, okay? So playing this game will help you big time. It's the same creator who made that game. All right. So if I do a few attacks, I'm just gonna do like a quick little combo that takes a lot of health. Boom, I hit R1 right at the end of it. You can see there's an actual visual meter in this game. I don't think it's going to be the same in Rise of the Ronin from what we saw so far. But you go like this, and then there's a nice glowing white/blue aura, whatever you want to call those things, that will surround my body and then start coming up. Right? See it right there? That's the stamina bar. That recovery system is called ki pulsing. So you're wasting your ki every time you strike. And then you're recovering it. If you can do it on time, it's going to recover you fast. And so you're going to be able to strike more often and be consistent. Why do I want to do this? Because I want to be consistent. If not, I'm going to run out of stamina and I'm going to get killed. So I'm going to act like I'm going to run out of stamina against this guy. Actually, I want to miss him. So let me strike over here and just waste all my stamina. Act like I missed him this whole time. And then now, when I go to strike, I can't. I have to wait until my stamina recovers. So I don't want to do that and get destroyed. So the job is to strike, recover my ki by pressing R1, then start over. And so you'll start learning it. It's a mechanic, and you have to be good at this. This ain't no joke. This game's the real deal. But yeah, so in this dojo, you can practice. I think you beat the first mission and you'll end up unlocking this or something. I don't remember how you get it, but basically this area is just a good area if you just want to practice. I say just play the game, right? That's what really matters. There's an even bigger system within this, and I don't know if Rise of the Ronin has it. Nobody's confirmed it yet. But this is called Flex. Flex is basically switching stances. You see how you can switch stances? Let me kill this guy before I try to showcase that real quick. So with Flex, on top of recovering your stamina by pressing R1 after a hit or two, like this, you see, look. Bang. Perfect timing. Boom. Perfect timing, right? Perfect timing. So instead of just doing that, I'm going to go from this high stance to the low stance while I'm trying to recover with R1. And that's going to give me even more of a buff for my stamina. So let's strike 2 times. And then I'll do that right there. And it's giving me switching the stance while doing the ki, which is giving me flex and helping me get better. All right, so in Wulong, you'll be able to, in Rise of the Ronin, you can switch stances, and I'm sure they might have that system in there as well. I'm hoping a previewer found out that it's in the game, because if they didn't, they suck. Their job, all of them. How many 100 people got the damn code? They need to get me the code. I'm the king around here. They just live here. All right, so let's get this fight going. So I'm gonna switch stances as I dip, just to kind of boost up my my ki. Ready? There it goes. But yeah, so that's the system, and it's very helpful. It's very helpful. All right, so look, another ninja. There's gonna be these type of enemies in the game, guaranteed. We saw them in the trailers and stuff. Come on, boy, strike. No, don't strike. I was just playing. Nope, not happening. I'm trying to do like a counter strike, but it's not working. He's hitting me. See, I stunned him, and now I can fatal attack him. And this is critical because remember, fatal attacks, you're gonna be able to do that also in Rise of the Ronin. So this is important to have like that knowledge of the way this game system works, because it's gonna be in that game also. It's another feature where, like, if I take someone's stamina, this guy doesn't lose stamina. I gotta kill him and I gotta fight the other guy. The ninja loses his stamina fast. This guy doesn't. Let's go fight the ninja real quick. So see how the ninja's always moving? So he's gonna lose a lot of stamina. So boom, I stunned him, and then now I can do a fatal attack. And you're gonna be able to do that. If you can waste an enemy's stamina, you're gonna be able to do that in Rise of the Ronin as well. So me, I'm not even gonna fight right now. I'm just gonna let him strike, and then when he got low stamina, hit him with a strike. Now he's stunned. And then I can do a fatal strike after. Follow. Simple mechanics, very good. And these two are definitely in Rise of the Ronin. Well, on top of that, the stances, the different stances. So playing this game is gonna really prepare you a ton. This game is totally different than Rise of the Ronin. It's not the same. Just know that. But those mechanics will be in the game. And look at this guy right here, a real samurai. Now he's stunned. He used all his stamina. Now I can fatal strike him. And that's it. Hope that's helpful as far as like understanding some of the systems. And then, like I said, if y'all have this, if you can get it, it's free. I'm sure they probably gave it. It's free on the PlayStation. It's got to be free somewhere else, I would assume. It's gonna just help you prepare with the 3 things: stances, switching stances at all times, right? Very cool. Then recovering your stamina with R1, just like that. This game has the visual of it. I'm not sure Rise of the Ronin will, but look at, as I strike, there's a aura surrounding me. If I press R1 at the right time, get full stamina back, basically. Right? And then when you're fighting an enemy, like I said, the ability to stun them, as they'll strike a lot. These ninjas basically go crazy after a while. They'll start doing flips and all types of stuff and attacking you. So I'm trying to make him waste his stamina a little bit. But now he's stuck. I hit him with a fatal and he's good to go. But just an understanding of the system should be good. But hoping that's helpful. And I'm gonna have a bunch of guides for the game, and I'm gonna use that controller setup there as well. So you feel me? Let me throw this back in here. You feel me? I might play some Neo for the night. What y'all think? Should we do that? Or y'all want to keep watching this footage? I mean, everybody got basically the same footage, bro. They sent me 5 videos and everybody has the same exact footage. They're climbing up top to pet the cat. They're climbing up top to get this the chest. They're fighting off Matthew Perry. The exact same visuals almost. But yeah, I'm feeling really excited. I feel like it's gonna be a great game, great time. Personally, I'm very excited about this. I know that the skeptics of like, hey, is this worth $70? Like, yo, don't pay for it, bro. Just forget it. If the moment you got doubt, just don't play for it. You got me thinking about re-downloading Neo 2, bro. Do it, bro. If you're gonna buy Rise of the Ronin, you can train a little bit. You don't have to play it all every day, but just get in there and remember the key system. Keep pulsing, be able to get your stamina back, and you're gonna be doing good. You feel me? You don't gotta play it every day, bro. I just was teaching the mechanics so that people can understand what they're gonna get. That's the main reason. It's the main reason. Tell me what's the reason. So I haven't got to read all the articles. I really didn't see many that I thought were useful, to be honest. Did y'all find anything interesting that's different? Actually, you know what? Let's go to Reddit. You know you guys go on Reddit. If there's somebody on Reddit right now who posted up all the information that's all in one area, that is the king. That's what I want. Because just like a list of stuff. But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited, man. An open world game from Team Ninja for the first time. A narrative focused game. It has crazy stuff that I didn't think it would have. Romance option. It has the narrative, branching narratives, multiple endings. You're able to persuade or intimidate people to do things. I mean, it's interesting. Ooh, somebody got some screenshots. Oh, let's do it. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, y'all doing me right now. Let's see something. Oh yeah, they giving me some shots. Shot. They gave me a lot of pictures of the character creation. That's good. Dang. Somebody did a crazy ass haircut on this chick, bro. Y'all need to see this, bro. I wasn't gonna show y'all, but whose girlfriend is this? Whose girlfriend is this, man? I need to know. Hey, yo, whose girlfriend is this? OBO, what's cracking? This is on Reddit. Somebody posted this picture. Yo, that's it, bro. This is a game of the not year. If somebody plays the whole game with this character, I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro. If I see one clip on Twitter for 30 seconds, I'm done. Yo, Slim, what's going down? Yeah, deflecting bullets is definitely fire, bro. Definitely fire. Hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, I was just laughing at this picture. I was looking at it on Reddit, bro. That's hilarious, bro. That is so hilarious. I'm sorry. I don't mean to troll. But you know people be on here trolling, man. They be doing their due diligence. Oh, man. That's so funny. Hold on. I'm just kind of... I'm actually saving these images, so when I make a video, I got some, you know, things. But yeah, they basically are in depth with the character creations, guys. I'm gonna show it to y'all in a minute. I just gotta give me a second. I'm saving all them so that I could post them up. I mean, so that I could make a quick display of it. Almost done. It's very detailed, I'll tell you that. Very detailed. A lot of good stuff. I love it. Sorry, I was trying to read somebody's breakdown. We gotta get one. All right, let me get this footage. Let me get these images so we can look at it real quick together. I'm going to take all this, seal it, and put this in there. Put it out. Can't see the chat right now because I got my main screen on there. All right, here it goes. Okay, well, they're not letting me put it up the way I want to. Can't complain. I can't complain. Almost done, guys. Taking a second. Sheesh. Got it? There it goes. All right. Here we go. Now we can talk about it. Let me put the screen up. This one right here. All right. There it is. Okay, so these are character creations. Pictures that you're going to see. And it's a lot of them, too. So you can basically see every detail for the character creation. Shadowrun. Bro, I don't even remember Shadowrun. Alright, so let's check this out, Slim. Character creation. This is one of the characters, but what I want y'all to pay attention to is not the characters, is the different information, right? Like, for example, this is like back size, leg size, you know, arms, all that stuff. Some of these footages have nothing to do with the character creation, but don't mind me. So right here is the main character that we thought was a main character, but it's not, because you can create your own characters. Create two main characters for the story. Then you got the base of the head, and what you can see is tons of different hairstyles. There's way more than that, but you said, see what the booty do, bro. But yeah, so you got all those hairstyles right there. And different characters in that same screen. Let me switch this up. This is such a dope footage clip, by the way. This is the one I was laughing at earlier. It's just like, that's actually more of a samurai, you know, warrior. But they put it on the female, which is hilarious. And that one's cute. She reminds me of that chick from what's the name of the Kill Bill, the Asian chick from Kill Bill that was like fighting. Yeah, so you can change your voice type as well, your nose structure, all that good stuff. And every character you're seeing here is different, so it's actually good representation of like, oh, okay, they got some variety in here. And then check this out, more hairstyles that you can see. I'm just looking through everything. I want to actually know all this information. And you got the male version here. This guy looks like a bad soap opera villain. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what this one looked like. She looked like she a Karen. So those are what I just found on Reddit. Yeah. Can't complain. I'll take it. Some freebies, always for me. Yeah, I gotta check on Reddit to see if somebody put up all the confirmed information, because I got a lot of information already. But it would be nice to hear and see someone just kind of gather what's for me. It's like confirmed things. The co-op. Does anybody know what's going on with the co-op? You know, let me see something. Somebody's asking me about the twins. So the twins are customizable. Those are the main characters in the story, and it's the plot has to do with them. I do know a little extra, so I don't want to say, but just think about going through hard times in Japan, struggling and trying to find your way, you know? So that's what I want you to think about. And the storyline will follow them during a civil war in Japan while other countries were invading and all this crazy stuff was happening. You know? So take it as how you will, man. Take it as how you will, dog. Hold on, I was looking at articles on Reddit. Do you romance second MC? Who's that? Oh, made up character? I don't know. I think they're like brother and sister. If you listen to the way he speaks, it's very it might be, you might be right, I don't know. But they might be like family or something, or very close, like grew up with each other, friends. You know? Who knows? Maybe I know and I don't want to tell you. What's going on, Oki? Oki Shore? But you definitely can romance somebody. There's romance options in the game. Alright? So just know that. Now, what I really want to learn is not going to be anywhere on the internet. Just confirmed features. That's all I care about. Because I know a lot about the game. But if they can give me confirmed features, it's going to help. So if anybody got like somebody who collected all the... It has to be somebody who reads and watches every video, reads every article, and then it's taking notes, and then they put it together. Because I don't want to read long articles. I just want that info, you feel me? And by the way, comparing games, like previous games, is okay. What I was saying about somebody who's pretty well known in the gaming industry, their biggest complaint that this isn't Neo 3. Their biggest complaint is, why didn't they just make Neo 3? And the reason for it is because they make in other games. They made Wulong, which was a very fun game. I had a good time with it. And then, you know, they're making this one, Rise of the Ronin. And then next year, they're also dropping another game. So it's like, surprise, they're not doing Neo every year. He said, if there's a woman in power, I'm romancing her first. Yeah, Slim, you know what's crazy? I never really got into games with romancing, right? It's just not something I cared for. And I played a couple. The most recent one, and like the one that first one I ever did was Cyberpunk 2077. That took me many years to even play a game like that. And I was dying laughing because like the chick I tried to holla at first rejected me. And then I went and slept around with like 4 girls. And then there was some chick who was my ride or die. But I didn't really want her. She just was the best. And that's how it happens sometimes, right? The best person for you. Sometimes you're silly enough not to pay attention to them. And she ended up being the ride or die. And she helped me out with like the whole story, basically. It was pretty funny. It was a really good experience. And then I was curious, like, if I replayed this and did different things, how would this all go? But I never really did replay it. But the point is with Rise of the Ronin, there is a romance option, but I don't really know how that works, and it's not my main intrigue. But what you just said is something I would do, which is definitely try to get the best weapons. And if that means, you know, throwing my little digital D to the streets to holla at the best woman, you know, in the game with my favorite 2 swords, because I want the 2 swords. I don't know what weapons I want yet, but I know I want 2 swords. Like my favorite one. Yeah, they'll make Neo 3 though. I mean, like, they got the money to do whatever they want. They've been doing great games, right? So after this game releases, they got another one next year. It's already on the way. So they're gonna announce it a little later this year. So they're going to be putting out 3 games in a row, which that's a lot. They put Wulong last year, Rise of the Ronin this year, and then another game. No names yet. Yeah, and that's true, man. Whatever all the development that they're taking to make these games, they can use for future. You say you do romancing in Grand Theft Auto? I don't even know it had romancing in that game. I never played Grand Theft Auto like that no more, bro. I haven't played Grand Theft Auto in years. It's just not me. I might play the new one though. Slim, you wildin', bro. I don't know this system. You get me? Like, this is all new. It's confirmed that there is that because the developer said a little sneak peek of something like that, and then the trophies also have something hinting at that. The best I could say. Okay, you're saying that you want to be able to change the binds. I do too, but triangles for counter spark. You don't like the counter spark being on triangle? So anytime you want to counter parry, you're gonna use triangle. I mean, yeah, triangle. Square is still gonna be the normal attack. Yeah, I was looking for one place. Looking for one place. Hold on a second. Let me look at this last link somebody sent me. Nothing important. Nothing important. Oh, my internet's acting a little funky. A little funky, y'all. No, I can't showcase the trophies, bro. That's illegal. I'm all set. I can't do it, Slim. But yeah, there's some trophies out there. 51 trophies to be exact. And some of the information's pretty interesting. I don't feel like they really reveal much with the story, but there are like 2 of them that are very story spoilers. So I wouldn't look at it if I was you guys. You know, just play the game, man. If you're gonna play it, just play it. I don't think you should look at a trophy to see if you want to play a video game. I feel like look at the gameplay, listen to what the features are, see some, maybe if you want, if you're not convinced, what other people think. I actually don't care about what other people think when I look at games. I'm always kind of going off my own instance and what I feel. Again, Slim, just because an article posts something doesn't mean it's not a leak. A leak is a leak, bro. A leak is a leak. Leak a leak a leak. Nah, I don't want to see the article, brother. I don't want it. I don't want it. Also, don't put no links on my chat because those bots is dangerous out here. They be blocking people. They be blocking. There was a family member who texted me like, "Why you block me?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They were spamming links on the chat. After like 2 or 3 times, I think it blocks you. But yo, let's get into this real quick. So Slim, how much do you know about this game? For everybody that's watching, we're gonna go deep down a rabbit hole very quickly to discuss everything. I should be making a video right now so that I could put it up tomorrow and show you guys how to get this done. But let's go to the start and just kind of get into Rise of the Ronin. I'm gonna do a warm-up. I might do 2 videos. You know, I might do 1 video tonight. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I got to get up early tomorrow. but I'm not going to bed because I'm not that tired. I can stay up all night. But all right, let's do this quick footage. All right, I'm gonna break some stuff down. Let me skip ahead. Let's skip ahead. Skip ahead. Skip ahead. Oh yeah, Slim. I mean, I'm like well versed in the game. I was hoping for today's recap because what happens is I know all the information, but there's one little detail that like, oh, I didn't know that. Like for example, one of the very few things that I didn't know was that the your strength intelligence system can affect different things, so you can persuade people or you can intimidate people depending on your stats, which I'm like, what? This is a real RPG game? I thought it was gonna be kicking people's asses, you know? And so like it's a deeper game than I thought. They're going to another level, you know? I'm interested in that now. It's like, wow, like I now that just blew my mind, because now it's like I actually got to think about this and actually put stats into intelligence so I can get away with conversations and persuade people. Or maybe I just put it all in strength and intimidate people. That might not work. So it's one of those tricky things that was one of the few things that today that I'm like, whoa, I didn't know about that. Why would they put that in the game? In my head, I was like, I'm just ready to kick ass, right? But now they're like, yo, you got to think for a second, bro. And whoever you rocking with better be ready, like, you know? So upgrading your character is going to be very important. So this just changed my mind on the game as far as like, okay, now you're actually making a system where like, I'm not just out there beating everybody's ass. I feel like I'm good enough to compete on combat with any game. But now it's like, whoa, I got to actually think, and I got to actually put pieces in here and do this and do that. How's that going to work? So I'm more curious now. And I don't think nobody has an answer about the system in detail. It was literally like less than a sentence that somebody posted that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't confirm or deny more details other than what I just said. The actual sentence was this: it's worth noting that the game's strength, dexterity, intelligence, and skill trees can also unlock new dialogue options. It's like, oh man, we gotta cheese this game up. This game is gonna be grindy. Okay, I'm gonna call you okay if that's okay. Okay. So you're saying that you hope that this game is not pushed to the grind side thing so much like Neo games. Here's what I got to say to that. It is an RPG open world game. And RPG open world games tend to be grindy for the most part. Most RPG games in general. But this one definitely is gonna be grindy in that regard. Will it be good grindy, bad grindy, as far as like, oh, I'm gonna repeat the same mission 7,000 times? Hopefully not. That would suck. But if it's like, hey, you got these side quests, you got a lot of different things you can do, and it's different stuff, and it's interesting or whatever, I'm cool with it. You get me? I don't play games to be like, oh, I just want to beat it already and be done with it in 2 hours or something. It's like, give me a dope game that I could get into for a month. Give me a game that lasts 2 weeks. There's games I can beat in 2 days, right? And then I'm like, oh, okay. It was cool, but it doesn't always hit where I'm like really into a game and grinding through or whatever. So while I agree with you I also say, you know what? I like it when RPG open world games have grind aspects to them. You know what I'm trying to say? Hope that makes sense. That's just my thoughts. Yeah, a news outlet doesn't make it okay. Anybody posting trophies, that's a no-go, man. That's a no-go. It's unfair to post trophies, Flim. You're leaking information that the devs didn't want out. I was hoping it wouldn't be something quite different. I was hoping it would be something different, quite different than Team Ninja's other games. Taking the fight to Ghost of Tsushima. But I'm not getting those vibes. Thomas Smith, explain yourself. Come up into the chat without saying hello to me, man. What's going down? Here's my thing. I'm glad that people are divisive of it. It's like, cool. I'm just going to go into it and see what it offers. Right? And now I don't know what you've seen or you didn't see. So help me understand, what is it that you feel? What vibes are you getting from this game? And what do you see, good or bad, right? Like, what is your spiel on this? This isn't made by the same developers as Ghost of Tsushima, so I don't really care about Ghost of Tsushima at all in this game. The traversal of this game's already better than Ghost of Tsushima. The combat's already better than Ghost of Tsushima. Story, probably not. Right? Visually, probably not. I don't know. We got to see those. But that's how I feel at the moment. That's before really getting a full grip on it, just from everything I've learned and studied so far. That's just me. So share some thoughts on it, man. Game is RPG grind genre. You have to collect items to craft. Yeah. So yeah, you got to build, man. You got to make your own build. So it's really dope. He said, suck it up and grind. Well, there are people on YouTube. Who was it saying that? Okay. Slim Merc on Twitch is saying you got to suck it up and grind. I think that, you know, if you don't have the time to play a game that is like an open world, then don't play it. There's a lot of cool like linear games or like a sports game, you know, that I could turn on a sports game right now and play a quick 10 minutes and then just get off. Right? It's like, oh, I just want to play real quick. I don't got a lot of time. I could just play like a little basketball or baseball or football or something simple. Play 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then I'm done for the day. If I jump on an open world, I'm not sitting there like, oh, let me get on for 15 minutes real quick. It's like I want to give it an hour, 2 hours, 4, if I could, for the whole day. So it's one of those things where, like, if you don't have the time, there's a lot of cool linear games, you know, or you could just play Pokemon Go. I don't know. So I don't know, but there is truth behind like not having over grindy where it doesn't feel rewarding. You get me? Like, it's got to be rewarding. Slim, I'm telling you, bro, I know how this all works. All right. I build relationships with people. I'm not worried about the popularity. Like, yeah, I could leak stuff and get some viewers and build like a little audience off that, and then have companies hit me up and be like, yo, he's really popular. But I like having my actual relationships with some developers and managers, and I respect the games enough not to leak anything. pretty much. So I never tried to leak pretty much ever, for the most part, out of respect for them, the individuals that I know personally. You know what I'm saying? Said it's got a Wulong. I'm getting a Wulong in the open world vibe. I'm down for that, bro. I have like 400 hours on Wulong, bro. You're not saying something bad to me. Hey, yo, Smith, I'm dead serious too. Now, Wulong didn't have the best story. It wasn't like the most compelling experience that I'm like, yo, this game was the greatest or anything. I'm not here to like brag about Wulong's story, but check this out. Look, I'm going on my PlayStation. This is my PlayStation, by the way. I'm live on my PlayStation right now. Look, you want to see my profile? This is me. If I go to Wulong, it's got to be in here. Here it is. Look at this. I have 300 hours on Wulong. 300 hours. Can y'all see that? Is it too small? So I'm okay with that. Wulong's fun, gameplay wise. Story could have been better. I think this game, Rise of the Ronin, will have a better story than Wulong. It better. Listen, Rise of the Ronin better have a better story than Wulong. It better. You know what I mean? He said, I don't know. I just feel like Ghost of Tsushima nailed the weight of the combat. Like Helldivers 2 nailed guns. Whippy, snappy, Souls-like games don't grab me that much. I got you. Okay. I got you. Ian, that's where like you missed the whole conversation. I was saying Ghost of Tsushima, in my book, is the greatest samurai game ever. So I can't disagree with you there, Smith. It's an amazing game. The greatest samurai game I ever played, personally. Right? I got thousands upon thousands of hours on that game. But, well, not thousands upon thousands. Probably like 1,000 on Ghost of Tsushima. But I will say the combat is very limited. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's very limited. And you can't go as crazy as you're going to be able to go with Wulong. Being able to, you know, put different things together. So it's an interesting system that Wulong has. We got to get our hands on it and really feel it out, and then we can talk about that part of it. But from what I'm seeing, I'm expecting very good things from Wulong's combat. I'm sorry, Rise of the Ronin's combat. You got me saying Wulong now. I'm expecting very great things from the combat. Of course, we're just watching, right? Compared to playing. We'll see. We'll see, Smitty. But for me, I'm excited. I'm loving it. I'm not trying to make this game a Ghost of Tsushima game, bro. And I talked about this so much, I'm not going to stay on that topic. Y'all wasn't here. We spent the whole hour and a half talking about... and I've only been streaming for 2 hours. Talking about Ghost of Tsushima in this game. And, like, I totally get it. It's a game in Japan about samurais or Ronins. And you can kind of compare them. I get it. But I don't agree. I'm glad they're different, and I'm enjoying them both, you know. He said for Slim, he's saying that this game will be better than Ghost of Tsushima. It has its full attention, unlike Ghost of Tsushima. Way of the Samurai could evolve to. Got you. So you obsessed with Way of the Samurai. Slim has been talking about the Way of the Samurai a lot. Smith said he hasn't pre-ordered. Anyways, okay. You want to see about Dragon's Dogma? Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, Dragon's Dogma looks cool too. For me personally, if I had to scale my hypeness, I got Dragon Dogma at a 5 out of 10. And then I got this game at a 8 or 9, around there. I got it at an 8 or 9 in my head as far as excitement, anticipation, like potential enjoyment, my mindset before I play them, because the combat's going to be crazy. I'm so interested in Team Ninja doing this story and the way they're trying to set it up, and all the information I got from it is interesting. So hopefully, you know, it stays at a 9, but if it goes down to an 8, I'm still happy. That's a great experience. You know what I'm saying? With Dragon's Dogma, I'm only not excited because I don't like for me, Dragon's Dogma, I thought that would be a cool game if it was pure co-op. Since it's single player, it's like, this is still fun, but it's just AI helping me beat up things. And I'm going to end up making the AI very powerful somehow and do like I did with Elden Ring. I had to turn off my summons on Elden Ring because I made the game so easy when I had my Mimic or whatever it was. And Elden Ring became boring because I was like, you know what? I can't play with this thing no more. It's too powerful. And so then Elden Ring, I had to forcefully stop doing something to make sure that I enjoyed myself with Elden Ring because of that system. It was like, this is way too powerful, and it wasn't challenging. You know, I was just slaughtering bosses. So that's kind of where I'm a little worried with, what's this game called? Dragon's Dogma 2. On top of that, it only has one save slot, and you can only pick one class. You can't swap the class out or nothing. So you have to delete your whole build and play a different class if you don't like it. And you got to redo everything. So it's like, I don't want to go through that. And so I kind of deterred, like, I'll play that in the future if I feel like it, maybe one day. And that's why I'm like, I'm not. There's a couple other reasons, but that's the main reasons. Some of the reasons I thought of right now, like why Dragon's Dogma 2 isn't so high on my list of like, this is a must-have right now. It looks great. It looks fun. It's a nice single-player game, but I'm just like, Bro, this Slim is out here saying this game reminds him of Way of the Samurai nostalgia. Dude, I don't remember Way of the Samurai. Like, I remember it, but I don't. Like, I remember playing it. Just don't remember it. I gotta go back into time and look at it. It's been a long time, dude. Damn. How old is that game? You're making me feel like I'm in the 90s. Way of the Samurai. Somebody remind me of what that is. What's your hype level for Phantom Blade Zero? I actually played Phantom Blade Zero. And I might have played that second game you're naming. I'm not going to say it on stream. Get in trouble. Those two games. Phantom Blade is not fake. I played it. I played Phantom Blade, and I can say that I played it. First of all, I'm not under NDA or anything, so I played it. It's real. What do you mean it's fake? I'm trying to understand what you mean by that. You don't think it's a real game? Like, what do you think it is? Just like art? A movie or something? Not understanding. Hold on a second. Slim says the pawn system is whack in my opinion for a game that massive. I wouldn't say it's whack, man. I like it. I just think with the way Elden Ring made made me feel overpowered, and I just was like, I gotta turn this system off. I think that might end up being what Dragon's Dogma 2 will happen. And that people like that stuff, right? Like they go in there and they beat the boss easily because the boss is trying to beat up their mimic, their companion, or whatever you want to call it. I don't mind that system. I love having companions. I think it's fun. I just don't want them to be overpowered where it's like abusive to the game. They're cool. I don't want to babysit them that they're down every minute and that they can't even survive 2 seconds. And I don't want to make them so that they're freaking distracting the boss the whole time and boss don't even look at me once, and he's basically fighting them the whole time, and so I'm killing the boss for free. That's what I don't like about it. But I do like the system is sick because I could do like a melee build and then have a bunch of pawns who are shooters, and just I think that's cool. And I think Dragon's Dogma's open world is kind of fire. For the people that are like, oh, I don't want to grind, Dragon's Dogma is the grind. Because you got to sit there for 50 hours. Yo, my bad. I'm showing the same clip. You want me to watch something different? All right, hold up, man. I got a lot of videos here for you, brother. Let's watch this one, actually. Hold on a second, guys. I'm playing like 5 clips at once. I got to be careful here. Ruin my stream by putting on too many pieces of information at the same time. But yo, so I was saying, like, for me, Dragon's Dogma 2 is a real grindy game, bro. From all the footage I've seen and all the information I've seen, you're going to get 1 million quests, and then you're just going to get the whole open world, no GPS, just like go out there and figure it out. And that's like an endless game, which is fire. For those people who want that, that's dope. I know there was somebody saying they don't want grindy games. I get it. But some people love that. So it's just a matter of preference. Smith said Way of the Samurai came out in 2002. Dude, it feels like forever. That was 20 years ago. 22 years ago, as a matter of fact. Damn, a PlayStation 2 game, bro. Slim is old. Slim on Twitch is showing his true colors. He's old. He's old. Old man Slim. Yeah, I feel you, man. Like I said, we'll see, man. That game could be dope. It could be one of the best games of the year, right? Like if they do it right, it could be a fun game. Dragon's Dogma 2, I think people are gonna, this is what could happen. People are bored. You know, you got 3 games coming out on the same day. And you got Dragon's Dogma 2, Rise of the Ronin, and Princess Peach Showcase. So one of those 3 games are going to be the most popular on social media. People are going to put up 30-second clips of whatever's happening. People are going to hype the game up. And even if it's not the best game out of those 3, and it's just because of something silly, Princess Peach, you know, doing some funny emotes or something silly happening in the game, all of a sudden it'll become the most, you know, millions of views for each person. Now everybody's posting it, and then other people are buying it like, yo, I want to check that out. And that could be what would happen with any game, and that always happens. And you see it every year. There's these games that aren't like the greatest games, but people ain't got nothing better to do. And if you can get a viral clip and make it popularized in its own way, you're gonna sell well. That's why games like, even with Rise of the Ronin, they got you petting cats. You know why? Because it's a popular thing to do. Now, it's funny enough, the Team Ninja has been letting you pet cats since what, Neo 1? When did Neo 1 come out? That's an old game. So these are like little tricks of marketing. It's not necessary, but it's smart. It's a hustle. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Hold on a second. But yeah, it's a hustle, man. It's a hustle. It's just all about that paper. I'm all about that paper. Yo, guys, I've been waiting for an email and it's not coming. They don't love me like they used to. You can't get that Kobe Farewell tour. I can't get that Kobe Farewell tour. The Knicks send me emails. Everybody send me emails except the person I want to send me an email. The most important email of 2024 is still not in my inbox right now. Annoying. Let me look this up real quick. Let me see if it nope. Still not there. Thanks. But yeah, man, I think you know the marketing. We'll see what happens on the release day. Honestly, I can care less about which game gets the most popular. It's gonna happen, right? One of them are gonna be just the funniest thing happens in that game, so everybody's gonna want to buy it and do their own version of the video, and it's gonna go viral. So, you know, you take a pick which game is gonna be the easiestly viral. I mean, there's probably a better chance for Princess Peach or Dragon's Dogma to go viral than this game right here, because this game right here, is a lot more serious tone, and you know, combat's very skill based. So I don't consider this a user-friendly game. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't make this game and say, oh, it's user-friendly, everybody's gonna want to play it. I'll give y'all an example. Elden Ring was a user-friendly game. I know that's crazy to say because you're gonna be like, oh, that game was pretty hard. It actually wasn't. It lets you roam the whole world. You don't have to fight the bosses. You could just run away. And that's what people would do. And they run away and they go to another area, and then there's a dragon, and then they see the dragon kills them, they clip it, they put it up on social media, and people go crazy, get millions of views. All of a sudden everybody's like, oh my god, I gotta play that game. And then other random people who suck at the game buy it, and then they do the same thing. They got it on TikTok, and they go somewhere else, and they run into a boss and get demolished, and it's a funny, oh my god, ha 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 ha. And so you've seen it happen before your eyes, going viral because the game has outrageous moments. I don't think Rise of the Ronin will have that much outrageous moments because it doesn't have creatures. It has all human beings. There's some big, crazy looking at human beings, but it has all human beings, and it's really more grounded. So it'll be a game that'll last longer than Dragon's Dogma or Princess Peach when it releases. It might not have the biggest hype. You feel me? Plus, this is more of an Asian market game. People who love the samurai world. So Slim is wilding about my email. Now, man, it's actually a business email, bro. Been waiting on this big project forever. Be checking my emails every night before I'm like, oh, you know what? I need to check my email. You said Thomas Smith is saying that Helldivers has taken serious players numbers away from everything at the moment. And Helldivers is another good example of that, right? Helldivers definitely isn't the best game of the year. And it definitely doesn't have crazy mechanics that make it like the top tier game. But they have a very simple system that anybody can pick up and play. And the most outrageous stuff will happen to you. And it's funny, and you can clip it. You can talk about it. Oh man, I was playing, bro. I accidentally dropped one of the things on my team's head, and yo, this happened. And now you're laughing, you're having a good time. And then if you post a clip, it goes viral. More content creators are getting more content out because there's always something outrageous you can do. Right? So then it just adds value to the game's marketing if you could do something outrageous like that. You follow? So yeah, so it's just understanding that system and then saying like what will be for March 22nd. Is it going to be Dragon's Dogma 2? Princess Peach Showcase? Or Rise of the Ronin that will steal the show as far as like most clippable moments? And I don't believe Rise of the Ronin will have those. I believe that it's too skill based and user friendly. It's not forgiving. It's not as forgiving. You know, it's gonna have dope things like the whole cats, collecting cats. You know, possibly the relationship thing. These challenges could be interesting. There's some dope, like this, for me, this is spectacular because it's like real action, real skill based. How good are you? You could make the game look amazing, or you could just make it look like this game sucks because you suck. We see it all the time. So yeah, just do say LF, OF. Come on, man. Come on, man. Definitely. I mean, like I said, Helldivers 2 is one of the most popular games of the year. And it's going to be up there for awards automatically because of the way it's sold and the popularity it has. When a game can go that viral, it's automatically giving the chance for awards. So don't you worry. It'll be up there for the end of the year. You know, game awards, some type of award. It's going to win something by the end of the year. If it keeps up, like right now, they got the mechs out. You know, they put the meteor strikes. I love the meteor strikes more than anything because that's like a dynamic experience. Like you're really out there. You really feel it. You know what I'm saying? Had to drink a little bit there. But yeah, so we see what's cracking, man. We see what's cracking. I need to check something real quick because my phone's dead, man. I hate this phone. Can't charge my phone right now. Thanks. Sorry, I was just reading the messages. All right, let's get back to this game, man. Some good topics, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Interesting for the year and what's coming and what is and what isn't. You know, I've been excited, man. It's a great year. There's a lot of great games. These aren't the only games. But I feel like this game's gonna be all year long. I'll be able to jump on this game and enjoy myself. Because, you know, getting good is not gonna be easy. I'm actually playing Leo right now while I'm talking. Let me turn this off. I gotta practice, bro. Practice. All right, let's get into this. What we're watching right here, man. This is a cool fight. I just want to showcase the back and forth between the two characters. This is dynamic, and I'm also interested how this is gonna play out. Just think about it, right? I'm gonna pause it every couple seconds. Right now, you're playing as the male character. You can swap to the female at any time. You're gonna see it happen instantly. This is not a cut for the camera. This is like literal gameplay right here. You're gonna see him swap to the female in a second after he does his combo attack. Boom, he swapped. And now he's attacking with her. And he switches back. That's gonna be crazy, man. That's gonna be fun and interesting, but we gonna see. And by the way, who was the person that said that another game done that before? Which game was it? I might want to try it just to kind of get a feel for it. Because I can't remember, like, in the combat swapping, I've known games allow you to swap, but like in tandem like that with a smooth. Because in this game, it's not like you just swap and the person just goes. Like they're in the action, they're fighting. You can be right there, switching on your combo, attacking the other. So it's interesting. Very much interested. But yeah, fellas, I think I am going to. How do y'all feel about staying with me? Let me ask you this. How do you feel about staying with me while I make a video? I know a lot of you on YouTube watch me do this all the time. I don't know if Slim has ever seen me make videos live, but I might go ahead and do one for this game. Yeah, no. Hold on a second. The heck? I might go and do one for this game. I was thinking about it. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all feel? What y'all feel? I could just get off right now and work on my video. Try to go to bed early. Or I could stay on the stream, work on a video. For those that don't know, what I tend to do on my streams, I'll go through the process of preparing to record a video with my stream, get feedback from my stream on how to do it, why to do it, what to do, like break things down. We kind of just go through the process. And then I record it live on stream. After I finish recording it, I upload it on YouTube, have my community help me make a thumbnail and put the title of the video. So you guys are a part of the actual whole process. So as I make the thumbnail, you can give me suggestions. As I make the title, you give me suggestions. And that's how I've been doing some videos every once in a while. Not all the time, but every once in a while, just for fun. I have a lot of good times doing that. Really do. It's a blast. But yeah, I'm excited about this game, man. I'm gonna get off, but y'all can see this switching back and forth. It's gonna be super interesting. I love it. We're gonna have a good time, guys. Listen, we're celebrating when this game releases, so I need y'all to celebrate with me. Whoever's about this life. And if you're not about this life, that's cool. You can still come through and be like, damn, Mag's having a good time. Damn, Mag is enjoying himself. Damn, let me take his energy. Let me shake. Let me absorb his positive, you know, peaceful, joyful being while he plays this game. Then you can come to the stream. We're going to have a good convo. Get into the dialogue. Again, I'm not going to compare this game to no games. I want to see what it has. I want to see what it puts me through as far as story, gameplay. And I want to ride the wave. And one secret I have in life is going into things with an open mind, with no expectations, just pure enjoyment, and then seeing what comes from it. You feel me? So hopefully I can offer that to you guys. But tomorrow I'm probably gonna put a Rise of the Ronin video out. Then we're gonna play. We got a sponsorships this week. Actually, I got some giveaways too. Sponsorship and giveaways for everybody. This week. I was thinking of doing it Thursday because I have to do it Thursday. I can probably do 2 sponsorship streams separately, but I'm gonna do one big one on Thursday most likely. Come through, hang out, swinging and banging and hanging and janging. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all coming through. Shout out to OBO saying this is a dub stream. I appreciate that. For the hundreds of people that came through on all the different platforms, I appreciate those who come through and hang out. And we will be back for more. I'm gonna call it. I got a lot in my head. I want to take care of some stuff too if I can. I probably won't even make a video. I'm just gonna lay down. I just want to rest, kind of reset my brain, and then hopefully I'll get up early, make the video. It's basically just gonna be everything we talked about today, but all summarized in about the gameplay and the mechanics and story or whatever, all that good stuff. But yeah. Oh, look at that. Cloudy Chip was in here. What's going on? Cloudy Chip TV. That's my brother for everybody watching. It's my brother from another mother. Sending him love. He has his YouTube channel that he's doing a Let's Play for right now with Suicide Squads. And he's been grinding it. He's freaking beat me in the leaderboards. Not very happy about that. But I'm impressed that he's found the way to catch up to me. Because I doubted anybody would. And he surpassed me. So, props to him. Hope you're doing good, brother. My phone's still not charged, bro. So, I probably won't even. Kind of giving up on that thing. But we'll link up, man. Alright. I'll catch you tomorrow. If anything, for everybody else, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'm just going to fall back, bro, and just lay down and try to sleep early. That's where I'm at with it. Try to sleep early, and if I can't stay up, I'll just go and make some videos real quick before I go to bed. But I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It's been a fun ride. Shout out to Cloudy Chip TV, my brother from another mother. Check him out whenever y'all get a chance. It's not a paid advertisement. But yo, Cloudy, check out the footage, bro. Let me know what you're thinking. Was telling the audience that I don't know how long you've been here, but I was explaining, you know, like I'm not going into these games comparing this to Ghost of Tsushima. You know, I played a lot of samurai games when I was younger, and they're starting to get popular again, and they're starting to like really make a push, which is dope. And hopefully, you know, we keep getting new ones. And I'm not going to always compare all of them to Ghost of Tsushima. Did we have a good time with it? Yeah, you were around. We played co-op. We beat the whole story probably twice. Then we did the raid. We did a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, that game's amazing. But Rise of the Ronin is its own beast. It got a lot of different features. It's not even close to what Ghost of Tsushima is doing. It's its own brand. So I'm interested to see how this game functions and, you know, having my open mind to it. And Cloudy will be right there for everybody watching. We'll be co-oping as much as he can, whether it's freaking whether it's in the morning, the afternoon, the night, the weekends, whenever he gets a chance. So y'all can stay tuned for that. Lock it up, lock it in. And then hopefully, honestly, Cloudy, you know, it would be dope if we could do, I had a plan to do co-op with Cloudy for our YouTube channel that we partner up with. And I wanted to do a Let's Play for that channel, but it ended up not happening because The Suicide Squad game didn't work, so maybe this one we can do that. And the idea that I have is pretty dope. I think you guys should definitely check that channel out as well. All that info is on my YouTube. If you go to the YouTube channel, it's a featured channel on there. Cloudy Chips channel and the co-op channel, I believe, also. They both should be. I don't even know right now, but it will be on there. And basically, if you go on there, you'll be able to see the plan. I'm gonna do something really cool with co-op. Got like a unique thing that I want to start setting up with Cloudy, kind of playing through games, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we'll be playing this a ton once it releases, so stay tuned for that. But y'all be safe out there, man. We'll catch up tomorrow. I'm up out of here, man. I need to decompress and just kind of rest for the night. I appreciate everybody. Y'all stay safe. Blessings. Go give some hugs and love to the people you love every chance you get, guys.